All right, what's good? What's good? We are back on this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to sub to the pod peasants. CEO, say what's up to the peasants.
It was good, peasants.
You know what I'm saying? CEO, a lot to talk about today. CEO has a lot of things to get off his chest about, Dana White. You know what I'm saying? The bald fuck. You know what I'm saying? That we're sending
Piece
to
of
the.
garbage.
How many times have we sent this asshole to the electric chair, CEO? He just doesn't learn. He doesn't.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't. But today is going to be exponentially clear why this product needs to go away.
You know what I'm saying? But speaking of that, CEO, we got some NBA talk as the NBA playoff CEO are just on. Wait, actually, CEO, the play-in tournament starts actually technically this week, CEO, on Saturday, CEO.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna get. This is where the important playoffs and important basketball talk comes in, CEO. Our draft will be happening Sunday night, CEO. You know what I'm saying, with our bet and shit like that.
All
So
right.
we got a lot of things to talk about. Let's get the rankings out. So, CEO, we have the Pistons at 1, Celtics at 2, Knicks and Cavs at 3 and 4, Hawks at 5, Raptors at 6, and then the playing CEO, we have Magic, Sixers, Hornets, and Heat. CEO, all right?
All
So,
right.
with that being said, well, first of all, CEO, your thoughts on the superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo missing the playoffs, I believe, for the second time in a row, CEO.
Second time in a row is really damning. All right. I mean, no, I'm not expecting them to you know, uh, be perennial like champions, right?
All right.
But Giannis being a superstar and all, you should at least make the play-in at a bare minimum. Being back to back outside the top 11, either he's super disconnected, or it's just I don't know. I mean, they try to give him everything he wanted. When he asked for a player, they brought over the players. When he wanted
They
a
sounded sorry ass brothers too.
was yeah, and when they wanted the coaching changes, they did that too. So I don't know. I think this is more of a situation where I'm thinking like I'm not saying it's a fluke, but I'm thinking like he's not as because I'm not expecting him to win another title. All I'm saying is like you should at least be competitive, right?
Uh,
You should at least be there. And missing back to back playoffs is just a bad look on Giannis more than I think on the Bucks, personally.
we'll see, yo. There's a lot of speculation that your Boston Celtics, once they get bounced in the second round by my Knicks, might inquire of Giannis Antetokounmpo. CEO, your thoughts on that? And would you want Giannis on your team?
Yeah, I'll take him, but depends on what we have to give up for him.
Well, you're either
Um,
giving up Brown or Tatum. Pick one.
Listen, the Bucks need to take whatever we give them. Oh, because I mean, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens this year. If we route the Knicks as I expect that we'll do. All
Did you
right.
see what my Knicks did to you guys earlier this week, CEO?
Oh, you mean
Ball.
without Brown playing? Without
Brown
Brown playing?
bum. I can't listen. Brown's overrated. Listen, we're gonna expose Brown if he was there.
Brown is a superstar in the making. All right.
Yeah, okay.
I want to hear it. And on top of that, like if when we eventually route the Knicks, get those bums chokers out the way, once we do our job with that, as expected, and we go to the final. If we go to the finals, then I don't think we need Giannis. I'm gonna keep it honest. I don't think we
Well,
need him.
good news for you, CEO. That won't be happening. Knicks,
No,
bing
no,
bong.
no,
You know
Knicks
what
and
I'm saying?
get the Knicks out. I don't care about
Knicks,
the Knicks. They
yo,
don't scare me. Boston's routing them. You heard it here first. They're a
listen, bro.
fraudulent
Listen,
team.
listen.
They
At
are
the
a
end of the day,
garbage team, Jersey team.
bing bong, bing bong. New York's going to beat the Celtics, and Najee, you better be here. I know CEO will be here. What's that fag's name? Lil Nig, all you haters of the Knicks better be here front and center when me and Brandon take a massive crap all over you. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brown's going to get exposed. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Tatum,
listen,
this nigga Tatum's scared of the Garden. That nigga said he didn't even want to play in the fucking Garden. So
listen, when Brown is has elevated, he will route you guys along with Tatum.
and then
And
we beat Brown before this year. Like, look, come on,
I
bro.
know, but this is the new Brown. All right. This is the
He
new
beat
one.
Brown this year too, multiple
This
times.
is the elevated Brown. All right,
Oh,
you're
CO,
not
do
going to
you
be able to
understand
touch
what
him
you're
as
saying,
well.
bro? CO, do you understand what you're saying? Oh, Jalen Brown's not there. Come on, bro. You're relying on a guy who's left-handed, a premier choker in the fucking playoffs.
Well, to be fair, they did win the title, so you can't call them chokers. But what I will say is,
yeah, he had a whole squad with him. He ain't win by himself. Like, come on.
No, but like Tatum and Brown aren't chokers by the definition of winning a title, so you can't say that. Now,
they choked before that too. So
I mean, they won. What did the Knicks win?
That's cool. That's fine. But at the same time, this Celtics team is not better than last year's.
Chokers belong. That title belongs to the Knicks because they haven't won shit in like 30 years. All right,
that ends this year. That ends this year.
You know what? And you know what? The great thing, even if for some reason we don't go to the finals, well, I know that Lil Nick's team is gonna bounce you, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Lil Nick's team's about to get bounced by a fucking 7 foot.
Ain't that right, Lil Nick? You know,
Lil Nick has to worry about the fucking Lakers and fucking Spurs.
Well, we all hate the disgusting Knicks. We're gonna make a coalition around fucking over the Knicks. All right, Boston, OKC, we will all destroy the fucking Knicks. All right.
Listen, the Celtics fan base. The Celtics fan base has been down so recently. Like, they're so pathetic. You forgot they won a ring a few years ago. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, listen, we won a ring recently, but I'm like the freaking Knicks who haven't won since the Cold War. All right.
And that might all be true, CO, but at the end of the day, that ends this year. And the fact that you have to make if we're so irrelevant, why do you need to make a coalition? If we're so irrelevant, because you guys know we're better.
Because we're tired of y'all. You guys are like Philly. We're tired of you. We just want you to.
How are we like Philly? We just got good 2 years ago.
We're tired of you. We like New York. These bing bong clowns are so annoying. We want to get rid of you. All right. So in order for us to enjoy our playoffs in peace, we need to get rid of the clown show. All right.
Well, I'm sorry to sit here and say that. I'm sorry to say. You do realize if the Knicks win the NBA title, more fans will be happy than OKC win. I hope you do realize that, right? You want to call us clowns. You want to call us clowns. You want SGA to win another ring flopping? The fuck out of here.
Hey, listen. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, OKC's far away. You know what I'm saying? We're okay with it. I have no problem with it. It's on the West. You guys are rivals, so fuck you. All right? As long as y'all don't win shit, we'll be happy. All right?
Bing bong, New York Knicks, and Mike Brown, he's been cooking up some good schemes. Listen, y'all have not seen playoff Mike Brown. I'm just letting y'all know. So, Knicks we'll handle you guys. Listen, we'll handle you guys when we get to you, all right? We'll handle y'all when we get to y'all, all right? You know what I'm saying? But this is a decent matchup. CEO, before we move on to the West. Actually, we should do our playoff predictions right now. Well, who do you have for the play-in, CEO, out of the Magic, Sixers, Hornets, and Heat?
Magic, Sixers, Hornets, and Heat.
You've only picked 2 teams out of all 4.
Huh. I'm a no Heat. Fuck them.
I agree.
Kick them out. Interesting.
Well, why you think? I'm going with my 2. I'm picking the Hornets and the 76ers.
I'm gonna go with the Sixers. I'm gonna go Philly.
Going Philly, and then who's your other team?
I'll go with the Philly and the Magic.
Magic are fucking frauds. They're ass. Can we not waste a play? I'd rather see what the Hornets do over the fucking Magic. Hornets beat these guys. And speaking of that, CEO, we can get to this topic. The 76ers have upgraded because Joel Embiid is out once again, CEO, with season-ending injury. CEO, your thoughts?
I mean, it might be better now. Without him. I mean, bro, like, can't they just move on from this dude already? I mean, it's been long enough.
Like, I thought about that, CEO, but who the fuck wants to trade for Embiid? Who?
I mean, I don't know, just trade him for a pack of like Pringles or something. Like,
I'd rather have the Pringles, to be honest with you. I don't like
Like, I mean, I guess like you're right. Like they can't get anything for him, but like I'm assuming the benefit would be like addition by subtraction, right? Not
I
having to
guess
carry
relation.
around, not having to carry around his salary. You know, the dude's a injury prone, horrible mentality. Just get this. I mean, listen, I don't mind that he stays in Philly for obvious reasons. Like, good, let him rot there. But at the same time, if you're the Sixers organization, like, why is he even here, bro? Like, you got Maxey, you got the other supporting cast members.
Yeah.
Just get rid of them. Get rid of them and start anew. The process failed. Time to re-upload another strategy.
I said that years ago. Didn't I say that years ago the process failed? I don't give a fuck if Embiid won a fucking MVP. The process is a failure. Markel Fultz was a meme for missing a free throw. Ben Simmons is, I don't even know, enough said. And Joel Embiid's a clown. And Tobias Harris, their best player out of all of them, you could say is Tobias Harris.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Shout out to Tobias Harris. My cousin actually played against Tobias Harris in high school. But just, it's a fucking failure. Get rid of all those years of tanking for. I mean, hey, maybe it's not a failure. So you got Maxey and VJ Vegcone. So I mean, hey, build around that. You feel me? And then we have the Pistons, Celtics, Knicks, Cavs, Hawks, and Raptors. Now it's been confirmed, CEO. My Knicks will play the Raptors. And CEO, who do you have in that series?
The Knicks, the Knicks and Raptors, right?
Yep.
You got to put your faith in Canada, RJ. You feel me?
Go ahead and do that, bro.
Canada's been on a hot streak. You know what I'm saying? Canada has a lot of good things nowadays. Like maple trees. Some moose. Can't go wrong with some moose. You feel me?
Awesome kids crying right now.
I mean, listen, I like the. I mean, I don't like the Raptors, but I mean, I don't hate them either. They're whatever. They haven't been relevant since Kawhi left, if we're being honest. So, I mean, yeah, like, come on. We all know who's winning, unfortunately.
Knicks in 5. Hell, Knicks in 4. Brandon Ingram's a bum, and we're gonna get to Brandon Ingram soon on this thing. And then we have Cavs and Hawks, CEO. Who do you got?
Cavs and Hawks. That's actually a lot more interesting than people think. But because the Cavaliers suck dick. I'm gonna go with the honestly, I'm gonna go with the Cavaliers, even though I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to the Hawks. I would not be surprised.
Hawks are young. I want to sit here and say this. Trae Young, and I have a video coming out about this soon. Not about Trae Young, but he's in the video. Trae Young is the most unimportant superstar in NBA history. The fact that they traded him and they got better and found Jalen Johnson and became the 5th seed. They're not even the play-in team, CO. They're the 5th seed. You know how hard that is? And they did that by trading Trae Young. So, but with that being said, young and up and coming team. We'll see what happens. I got Cavs. It's Harden and Donovan. They get past the second round. The first round. We'll see what happens in the second round with them. But speaking of that, CEO, we have the Pistons versus either the Magic or Sixers. You went with this. No, it'll be the Pistons will either go against the Hornets or Heat. We both. Time out. So I got the Pistons going up against the Hornets. You got the Sixers going up against your Celtics. So Sixers and Celtics, CEO, who do you got?
Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? We're obliterating them like always. Always have, always will.
I got the Sixers in 7.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Keep dreaming.
I'm just joking. I got the Celtics in 6.
Sixers are a bitch. Let's just keep it real.
They are, but I feel like Maxey, they're a better team without Embiid. Embiid just brings that. I hope Paul George doesn't play either. That team is just so much better without him. But obviously, Celtics will win. But you guys will be in the dogfight, CEO. Tyrese Maxey will put belt to ass to you guys in a couple games, which, overall, he can't do it by himself. So Nick Nurse is a winning championship, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. And then we have the Hornets and Pistons, CEO. Who do you got?
I got the Pistons, obviously.
I got the Hornets in 7, CEO. Pistons ain't doing shit. Cade Cunningham is injured, and the Pistons are falling apart, CEO. They're worried about fighting me and the bad boys in 2026. Hornets in 7. Book it.
All right, that's fine. I don't trust the Hornets, so I'm not
LaMelo, Con Knipple, Rookie of the Year, Brandon Miller, Bridges.
without Cade, it's gonna be a lot tougher series, but I still
Cade is
think,
back, but he's just injured. Like he's on a minutes restriction.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like the dude's not fully like in his in his max, and basically if he's on a minutes restriction, it's like he's not really him, if that makes sense. Now, when it's gonna be a fight, but I got the Pistons, Hornets, nice little run, but
Called it too, by the way. I called 2 things. I called Magic were gonna be trash, which I mean they're mid, and Hornets will make a play, which they did. So is what it is there. CEO. Well, as we go to the West, we have Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets, Lakers, Rockets, Timberwolves, and in the play-in CEO we have the Suns, Trailblazers, Clippers, and Warriors. CEO, and the Warriors do have Steph Curry back. Been
okay.
on So, CEO, out of the playing teams, Suns, Trailblazers, Clippers, Warriors, who do you got?
Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I do have. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't. Uh, Suns. I got the Clippers. It's one,
Okay.
and I got the. I hate to say this, but I got the Clippers. I want to say the Warriors, but I hate that Cut Curry. I hate Cut Curry, but I have to go with the Clippers and Warriors.
I'm going Clippers.
Okay.
And damn, this is hard. Oh, man. Because the Suns, out of all these teams, are the most talented. But I just,
I have no faith in that team.
but I'd rather see Curry than Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks.
I mean, I'd rather see Dylan Brooks and because I hate Cut Curry, but at the end of the day, I don't believe in the Suns.
All right, I'll go Warriors. I'll go. Well, actually, no, we can't go Warriors because they play each other, so they'll eliminate each other.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Clippers and I guess Suns. Yeah, I'm no way I'm picking the fucking Trailblazers.
Well, why not, CEO? They have Devin.
They have
They have,
that little tiny hat. No, thank you.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you never know, CEO. But CEO, with that being said, we have the Spurs versus the Timberwolves. No, not Spurs. Nuggets versus the Timberwolves in a rematch. CEO,
Oh, I can't wait to watch that.
who do you got?
That's just, that's gonna be a very fun series to watch. Um,
Great first round matchup.
yeah, that's a very good. I like that's actually a very good series. I'm gonna go with the Nuggets.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I'm gonna go with the Timberwolves, CEO, because it
All right.
seems like the Timberwolves have their number. Breaking news, CEO. I think Nikola Jokic sat out the last game, so he missed his 60. He missed the 65 game mark as well too. So he will
Mhm.
not be eligible for the MVP, CEO, which makes it
Okay.
kind of a little bit more interesting. So with that being said, CEO, I'm gonna go Timberwolves in 7.
Okay. I'm gonna go Nuggets in 7.
All right. Speaking of that, CEO, we have some people from our generation, CEO, going at it. A LeBron-led team versus a Kevin Durant-led team. Rockets and Lakers, CEO. Who do you got?
Give me the Lakers.
You're taking the Lakers without
Lakers.
Luka?
Lakers and oh yeah, without Luke, I forgot Luca and Reeves are gone, right?
Yeah, I think Luka might come back later in the series. I don't think Reeves has come back at all.
All right, give me Lakers in 6.
I'll take Lakers in 7. KD-led team cannot lead you anywhere.
No,
So I feel like LeBron lucked out versus them than the Timberwolves. I do believe the Timberwolves would have put belt to ass on the Lakers.
I actually agree with that.
So Hey, this is gonna be a good legacy run for LeBron. If he can beat KD again with fucking Bronny and fucking Gabe Vince, whoever Aiton and all these assholes out there, then I mean,
I will say though, it'd be very fucking hilarious if the Rockets pulled it off. It'd be fucking hilarious.
they should. I mean, they have the better
No, they
coach and
should.
the better team. So
But it would be very. It'd be fun to see the Lakers yet again, like because last year they got bounced super early,
yep, Timberwolves,
and
yep.
and it'd be fucking hilarious to see them get bounced again super early.
You know
Like that'd just be so poetic.
you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like
But
LeBron's not
I am
gonna
rooting for the Rockets to win, though. Let me be clear about that.
I'm going for the Lakers CEO. I feel like the Lakers with Luka and Reeves coming back second round, I feel like they can cause a little bit more. We know what KD's gonna do.
Yeah, he'll
Like,
choke eventually, but it's still hilarious to me to see the Lakers get bounced super early again.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, get the Rockets out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who wins. I mean, it's gonna be a good series. And then with that being said, CEO, you pick you picked Suns and Clippers. I picked Suns and Clippers. That means the Spurs will most likely be playing the Suns and CEO. Who do you got in that series?
Yeah, give me the Spurs. Fuck the Suns.
Spurs and four. Not even. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the Spurs and Suns, like every series in the Western Conference is fucking great to watch. It's like a great watch.
Speaking of that, CEO, we have Thunder and Clippers.
That's what I'm saying. It's like RJ, isn't every series in the West like such a apart from like the Spurs and Suns? I mean, even that is pretty decent, but it's not like this whole lineup is fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, can we talk about like the Eastern Conference? Yeah, it's fun, but like we're all just waiting for the Celtics versus Knicks, right? Like we're waiting for that. But like this actually the Western Conference, is it just me or is it a lot more like fun?
It's definitely CEO. Next year you will not be. CEO next year the Timberwolves will be in the East, and so will the Memphis. So that's gonna.
Yeah, I mean it'll be more because the Eastern, like let's just be honest, like the Western Conference is like a lot more entertaining right now.
Yeah.
Than the Eastern Conference. So I guess adding the Timberwolves will help with like evening out, kind of making the Eastern Conference a little bit more fun. Because like look at the matchups we're getting in the East. Like I'm not saying they're trash, but it's just like you have the Hornets going like I mean, we have the what was it, the theoretical matchup, the Hornets versus who?
The Hornets versus Pistons.
Like I mean, okay, it's not bad, but like it's not great either. You feel me? Like but the Western team, like apart from like the only one that's slightly underwhelming is the Spurs and Suns, but even that I think is like okay, but like the rest of it is like really good fucking basketball.
Yeah. So with that being said, CEO, I'm taking Clippers in the upset over OKC. Fuck OKC, they ain't shit. Kawhi, if you want to be in the top 5 small forwards ever, beat this bum ass team and make fucking Lil Nick cry. All right, Kawhi. For one time in you just pull out 2019 Kawhi just for once. That's
are
it.
you picking? You say you're picking the Clippers?
Yeah, I'm picking the Clippers in the upset.
And what?
Clippers. I'll say Clippers in 7. I'll be realistic.
All right, I got Thunder in 5.
I mean, that's probably the realistic pick.
Yeah, I got Thunder in 5. No, I have you Clippers. I gave you like one chance. I think we gave them like 2 final chances.
So I will say this, and this is a big factor. It's a small thing, but it's a big factor. You ready?
All right, go ahead.
James Harden's not on the team anymore. I will say that.
Okay.
Every year we pick these assholes. Harden was on the team, and we forgot, damn, this nigga's a choker. He's not on the team anymore.
No, listen, I can't wait to watch the Clippers versus Thunder series. I think it'll be very, very interesting. And anything could happen, especially in the West. But I will never pick the Clippers again. I promise. I said that last year, and I'm gonna hold to it. Plus, I do have the Thunder making it to the finals. So I got to go Thunder in 5. I don't think it's going to be that competitive. Even though I wouldn't be surprised if it was competitive, I wanted to go to 7 because it'd be fun, and I think the Clippers are a fun team. But I'm gonna go with the Thunder unequivocally.
Listen, what's more realistic? Clippers upsetting Thunder or Hornets upsetting the Pistons?
That's a good question. That's a good one.
I think
But I'm
Hornets.
gonna have to go with I believe the Hornets upsetting the Pistons is more realistic.
An upset's gonna happen. See, I don't know
No,
where.
but I believe the Hornets with the Pistons, like you said, they are kind of like I could definitely see a scenario where, especially with the with the restrictions on Cade, I don't think he's fully back. I'm gonna go with. I think that would be the more upset, but I think Thunder have it down. I do not see the Thunder going out in round one. I do not see that happening whatsoever.
Whoa, time out. That changes. If the Hornets upset Pistons, that means you guys are versing the Pistons, I believe, instead of the Knicks.
I mean, oh, okay. Well, I mean,
because they get the lower, because the higher seed gets the lower seed.
yeah, but like I could see the Hornets beating the Pistons, but I cannot see OKC going out in round one. I can't.
I can, because fuck Lil Nig, fuck SGA and his flopping ways. Kawhi, just for one series, just retire. If you beat OKC, retire. You're a Hall of Famer right there.
Listen, all I'm saying is most likely you know that the OKC is going to win it, and when that does, you just better drop like a nuke on Kawhi's fucking legacy. After that,
I'm not going to, because I mean, what changed? I mean, OKC should win this in 4. Let's be for real. But
they should, yeah,
they don't. Hey, man. Hey, listen. What's up, Josh? Oh, man. So, it is what it is. Speaking of that, CEO, matter of fact, is there any more NBA talk? Oh, the MVP. Well, actually, since we talked about the MVP race, CEO, I believe Joker is eliminated for MVP talk. I believe Luka now is eliminated. So that leaves SGA, Wembanyama, I believe Jalen. Matter of fact, actually, let me look it up right now. So I'm not talking on my fucking ass.
Yeah. Bring
NBA MVP.
By the way, the whole 65 game rule, fucking great.
I agree 100%.
I mean, if Joker played that last game, he would have been eligible.
Yeah.
But he made the decision not to play. So I don't think he cares about the MVP. He already has like what, 3?
2.
Oh, 2. Okay. Should have been 3, by the way. Should have been 3. They cheated him. And B should have never had the MVP.
I agree. Even though he won the title, so I don't think he cares about that anymore.
Yeah. Brandon said 3. So yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I knew it was 3.
Oh, yes.
Should have been 4. Should have been 4, yeah.
Okay, 21, 22, and then he won. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, he should have been 4. Like, Embiid should. I remember that year distinctly. And the whole conversation was basically, well, Jokic already has so many. Like, that was literally the gist of the MVP. And by the way, ever since, I think we kind of discredited the MVP ever since.
I agree 100%. Okay, now my shit's working. I don't know. My computer was just acting slow for a minute. But try to pull up this. Okay, can you guys get rid of when the websites start having fucking ads everywhere? Jesus.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, it's not only ads, it's like if you click on something, then it'll pop up an ad on like a completely different page. Shit's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it keeps fucking my shit up. Like, fuck. All right. Whatever. All right. We kind of know who the fuck Yahoo. Y'all ain't shit. I'm not clicking on your shit anymore. Fuck. But CEO.
Yeah.
Obviously, we kind of know. So Joker is eliminated. So we have Wemby, SGA. We got Luka's eliminated. We got your boy Jaylen Brown's in there as well too, CEO. So let's be for real. It's between SGA and Wemby. Who do you think will win it? Who would you give it to, CEO?
All right. So who are the contenders again?
Realistically speaking, SGA, Wemby, and Jaylen Brown.
Who? So Jaylen Brown, all right, Wemby,
and SGA.
And SGA are the top. Are the top ones? Are
yeah?
You have your. I'm gonna do mine first, but I hate I hate saying this. Who's going to win it? SGA. SGA is
Okay.
going to win it. SGA is going to win the MVP this year. Uh, Obviously, in my opinion, I think it's pretty obvious. Who was the most? If we're talking about dominance, who's the Wemby, and it's not even close.
Okay.
Wemby, and it's not even close when it's when we're talking about the MVP. Jaylen Brown, great season, not an MVP. Great season, not an MVP. Why? Not clearly the most valuable player on his team. Let's be honest. Uh, Less individual responsibility. You know, the Celtics are a more team-oriented team, if that makes sense. Like the Celtics run by system, right? Like Missoula and Stevens, they created a system and that carries them more to it. When we're talking about the other two, Wemby is an elite player. He's more dominant. I think he's a better player. Okay, I don't think you disagree. Like
Wemby's better than absolutely not even a question.
his talent is just way better, but given everything that happened here and like he's just a better player. But when you take everything into account, SGA is going to win the MVP. That's my prediction.
All right. So who do I think will win it? I believe Wemby will win it. I believe Wemby's done enough. The league is definitely promoting him, and Wemby's been better offensively and defensively than SGA. I mean, I know Wemby averages 24, SGA averages 31, but Wemby's impact is way more impactful than fucking SGA. Who do I want to win it? And we're talking about the player himself, not the team. Jaylen Brown. I believe Jaylen Brown should win MVP.
Really?
And we're just talking about the player. Do I believe Jaylen Brown is overrated? Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I'm like puzzled.
I mean, I don't dislike Jaylen Brown, but the fact of the matter, Jaylen Brown put this team in this. Everybody thought the Celtics were going to be a 6 or a playing team. The fact that they're the second seed has to say something. He's not flopping around like a fish, like fucking SGA. He's more durable than SGA and Wemby. He should be the MVP. He's the antithesis of why the 65-game rule exists. He played the majority of games. I know he was out the last couple of weeks, but Jaylen Brown should be the MVP. They should give it to a black American. It's about fucking time. Stop with this international BS. And I'm not rooting for America. I'm just saying with this whole international BS, give it to Jaylen fucking Brown. Simple.
I'm not sure if it's because I watch like more Celtics games probably than you do, but you know, given it's just I think that the Celtics run more on a system. They're not player dominant. That's just what I see.
I agree. But
not
Jaylen, you take Jaylen Brown off that team without Tatum. You sure? I mean, maybe
you know. I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but I think you take Tatum and Brown off of the Celtics, I think they're still playing team. I know that may sound crazy, but I think they're at least a playing team. Because Missoula, the coaching and the system created because the Celtics are very system dominant, right? Like, and this is why I think that Brad Stevens is the best GM and is the best president in basketball. And, you know, Missoula is highly underrated because a lot of people think he's Doc Rivers 2.0 for some fucking reason. But no, I'm not mad at it, but he would be, I think it'd go, who do I think they're going to give it to? I think they're going to give it to SGA. Who do I think should win it? Probably Wemby. I like the dominance. Like, out of all three players, like the most impactful one, you could argue was Brown, but like when you talk about just pure dominance, like if you want to factor that in, I think Wemby should win the MVP. That's just me.
I agree, but at the same time, I mean, bro, the fact that the Celtics are the second seed is beyond ridiculous. Jaylen Brown has a lot to do with that. I mean, he was averaging like 31 at one point. until Tatum came back, started taking, which is fine. I don't care. But at the same time, I really thought. Now, do I think Brown's overrated? Absolutely. Do I feel like he's T Mac 2.0, where when he goes to the playoffs, he's fucking garbage? Absolutely. But I'm unbiased here. I have no. Well, fuck the Celtics, but you got to give him MVP. Like, we knew OKC has the. Oh, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Fucking OKC has the best team in the fucking league. They were winning without SGA. Clearly, he ain't that fucking valuable. Clearly, he's not. The Spurs were winning without fucking Wemby. I don't believe the Celtics will win as much without fucking Jaylen Brown. It's called the most valuable player, and he's a second seed. It's not like he's like a fifth seed or whatever. He's a second seed. So,
yeah. If I had to see, like, it's definitely, we can agree though, in terms of voters, it's either going to go to Wemby or SGA. Like, I feel like the voters are not going to take, like, they might make an argument for Brown, but I just don't think he's going to win it. Like, is that your choice for who you want to win or who you think is going to win?
Yes, that's who I want to win. I don't dislike Brown. I do feel like he's overrated, but that's who I want to win. SGA, Wemby.
Oh, Wemby, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, like, if SGA wins it, I wouldn't be surprised. If Wemby won it, I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't be mad with Wemby winning it, obviously. And of course, if Brown won it, I'd be perfectly fine with it, even though I probably wouldn't lean that way, but I'd be perfectly fine with it. That way I can glow over the fact that he has an MVP and Brunson doesn't. So,
well, Brunson's going to have a finals MVP, so don't even matter. You know what? Brown's going to be Embiid. Brunson's going to be Joker. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Really, doesn't Brown already have a finals MVP?
Oh, yeah, he does. Either way. Brunson's going to be – no one remembers that shit. Come on, bro. Does anybody remember the Celtics win the title? I don't. But, listen, at the end of the day, bro, RJ hates Shy so much. You know what, Lil Nick? I do. Because fags like you who are fucking 12 years old didn't watch SGA at Kentucky, didn't watch SGA with the Clippers. You don't know how – see, what irks me, right? It's the same thing with Harden. I don't like when good players cheat the game. If you're good enough to play ball, play fucking ball. Stop with the I can understand if you're a trash player or a mid player, you flop. It's like, okay, you're trying to get your money. You got it. If you're like a fucking, I don't know.
Like a role player?
Like a role player, right? And you flop, not all the time, but you flop here and there because you got to average 15 points so you can get some money. Okay, fine, cool. When you're actual hooper and you can play ball, see, we've seen this guy play ball. SGA is probably one of the best. He's probably the best mid-range shooter in the league. This guy is DeMar DeRozan with a three-point shot. And he cheats the fucking game like a little fag. And little Nick sits there with like a bitch, smelling like fucking Cheetos and fucking Capri Sun boxes, watching this shit.
I mean, I don't think he needs to because you agree, like, he doesn't need to cheat, basically. Like, he doesn't need to. Like, obviously he's doing it, but
Embiid's another example as well too.
I mean, yeah, but Embiid is a fucking clown. Like, Embiid is, and he's worse than SGA, obviously. So I mean, the dude's not even like,
don't
the dude's
people
just
flop in soccer. Yes, people flop in soccer. Okay, I'm not mad about the flopping. Like, flopping is whatever. It is what it is. People flop in the NFL. It's the fact that. Well, go ahead.
The soccer flopping, when I see those, like, ridiculous, those shits piss me the fuck off. I'm not going.
It's whatever. But it's like, okay, you know what? Do you know what this is the equivalent like, CEO?
All right.
If fucking, well, I know you're not deep in soccer. If fucking Ronaldo was fucking flopping all the time, like SGA does, that would irk me. Because Ronaldo doesn't need to do that. He doesn't.
Right. No, he doesn't.
SGA doesn't need to. He's just he's just being a bitch at this point.
All right. I mean, yeah, like, I like, it would make more sense if, like, if if you're like at a massive height disadvantage, I feel like flopping would serve you better. Like, that's what I think Like if you're like
CP3, Iverson,
CP3,
Brunson.
Iverson, it'd make more sense because like how are you supposed to, let's say, score up on someone like Giannis, for example, right?
Yeah.
Like someone that size, like I guess you'd have to use whatever you can to like get to the line or something. But if you're like SJ's what, like Michael Jordan size, I don't think you need
Six
to do
six.
that. Yeah, I don't think you need to do that. Yeah.
Also, you hype up and you literally watch Brunson. First of all, the fact that you're comparing Brunson to SG, bro, they literally make memes about SGA. And also, Brunson's 6'1". Shut the fuck up, bitch. This goes
That
back to
nigga's
CEOs.
probably
Like, come on.
he's
The
probably
average,
shorter than 6'1".
huh?
He's probably shorter than 6'1", let's be honest.
I agree, 100%. But at the same time, bro, Brunson's like fucking 6'1". I think they listed him at 6'2", but let's be like, he's not 6'2". Come on, bro.
No, he's not.
Kyrie's 6'2", and Kyrie's taller than fucking Brunson. So miss me with the whole Brunson shit. And also, playoff shade. Why can't you accept the fact that your guy's just a flopping bitch? Everybody sees it. Everybody. Still flops. Okay, but this goes back to CEO's point. Brunson's 6'1". Like, and he still makes buckets too. Oh, Brandon, and this is why he's the Unfiltered Sports Podcast Shams. Brunson isn't even top 5 in free throws attempts, by the way. So where's this flopping going to? You fucking fag. Damn, I hate Lil Nick, man. Fuck, I hate this nigga, man. He's the reason why SGA sucks. He's defending literal shit. You have fans in the stands calling out SGA for his flopping shit, and he's just ignoring it, eating up the garbage. Holy shit.
Like, let me, because I'm gonna post something real quick. Like because when I'm looking at like pictures of like Jalen Brunson and CP3, and they look about almost the same.
Yeah, and CP3 is allegedly 6 foot.
Yeah, like the dude's not big at all. So at least I'm talking about NBA standards, honestly.
Bro,
But
the average height in the NBA is 6'6".
oh my god, yeah, the dude's 6'6" is the average height in the NBA, right? Damn.
Yeah, you can look it up. It's 6'6".
Yeah, so he's small as hell for the NBA. Oh, it said 6'7" actually. Damn.
Oh shit.
So he's severely there. Well, hey, listen, we'll see. RJ SJ is better than Flopson. Is this a new guy?
Well, I guess so. This is this Spongy? Not Spongy. Who's that other little guy? What's that asshole's name? The other kid.
The bad profile pictures, dude.
Yeah, that might be him.
I don't. Oh,
yeah, I knew it. Skeleton. There he is.
Oh, yeah, because the bad profile again with the bad profile pictures, but I guess.
Yeah, I was like, that's a gay profile picture. So
like, we should send you a profile picture so you can just put it on.
He's a Sixers fan, so we should just send him a fucking picture of Embiid eating some Taco Bell, watching the Sixers in the playoffs. But listen, at the end of the day, okay, fine. You want to say SGA is better than he should be better than Brunson. The guy's 6'6". Brunson's 6'1". Shut the fuck up. Like, damn, like, my gosh, bro. I don't understand this, I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand why people ignore SGA's flopping. Or, like, people like Lil nigga's 18, so he's a little bitch. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, come on, man. Like,
wait, I played that game. It's an incest game with the what?
What game?
What game? Incest game. What kind of game is that? Knicks might play in Atlanta. The fuck?
Oh, I guess. I mean, this season. I guess they're still doing it. No, and you're ignoring that Lil Nick. Everybody flops in the NBA, but at the same time, SGA's flopping is on a whole different level. Acting like he's ruining the game. You know what, Lil Nick? When you get bounced by the Spurs, I want you right here, front and center, bitch. I want you right here, front and center. What a queer, man. Damn, I hate Lil Nick, bro.
Yeah. Yo, don't listen, I'm telling you, you should lose to us so you don't lose to them. All right. I'm doing you a favor, RJ. I'm doing you a favor.
No, absolutely not. Despite all that, I want to go to a finals. Like the fuck.
And lose to OKC?
If you're asking me what now I want to beat OKC obviously, but if you're asking me lose to the Celtics, lose to the OKC, I'd rather lose to OKC. There's no question about that. Who in their right mind wants to say I want to lose in the second round and then lose in the fucking finals? Who in their right mind would want to do that?
Listen, but you'll have the honor of losing to us.
There's no honor in losing to you guys. None. The Knicks are too. Hold on. Skeleton, you're a 76er fan. Shut the fuck up, please. SGA is peak basketball, says Lil Nig.
I mean, that's the new generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Lil Nig and fucking, yeah, they're like below 20, so yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, see, I feel like you're kind of hard on Cam and Jordan and them. But, you know, looking at Lil Nig and fucking Skeletons, like, I can semi-understand why you're, you know, coming where you're coming from.
Yeah,
even though these guys are worse than fucking Cam and Jordan.
I mean, this is where you deal with the newer generation. You know, like people that we clearly can see are like bullshit that like they just love. I don't know. Maybe that's how like the older generations felt about like the players we like, but I don't know. I can. It's like I can see through SGA, and I'm not saying SGA is a bad player. Like you said, I think he'd be like a DeRozan with a better shot, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean that he'd still be a good player. That I said it from the beginning. The whole flopping shit. Top two flop artists in the NBA currently are is SGA and fucking Luka.
Yeah, facts. I agree, 100%. We'll see. We have a BR, a Bleacher Report list.
All right.
Yeah, Brandon sent me. I can't show you, but I'll read it to you. Bleacher Report posted a list. Shout out to the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. Brandon Shams for sending me this, CEO. This is why he's important to the podcast, CEO. All right. You know what I'm saying?
He's nothing but a glorified donkey. And by the way, wait, you can't show it?
No, I can't because he sent it to me on Instagram.
Oh, but I send you a link.
To the most overrated players in 2025?
Wait, is that the thing you're pulling up or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Shit. Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got the right ones.
Well, that's the most recent one I found, so I'm assuming that's the right one.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Whoa. Okay, yeah, it is. All right, bet. Let me pull this up. And I can't, and this, shout out to Bleacher Report for this great list. I don't know if you read it or not. All right. Holy moly, the Magic or Buns. I told you at the beginning of the year, the Magic or Buns. You know what I'm saying? Why are you and Donnie going at it in Discord about the Magic and fucking all this other shit?
Because this nigga wants to play both sides. Fuck that shit.
All right.
You can't
number... what happened?
You can't have two teams in the NBA. Fuck that.
Who's the second team?
He said he's a fan of the Knicks and Magic. I'm like,
huh? I never heard him say he was a fan of the Knicks. Well, at least I didn't see that. I thought he was always a Magic fan.
So I'm like, first of all, if you're gonna have two teams, they should probably not be in the fucking same conference. Just saying.
Well, I mean, Josh has like 15. He's a Spurs, Bulls, Clippers, and
yeah. Well, Josh should just be an NBA fan and not pick a team. How about that?
You know what I'm saying? But at number 10, we have Jaylen Brown. I agree with this 100%. I agree with the placing. I want to read this. We're starting with some real heat. Jaylen Brown is likely to make first team All NBA, and his Boston Celtics have annihilated expectations. But media members with votes have campaigned for him to be MVP, which I agree with. Which frankly bonkers. Jaylen Brown is 29th in estimate wins. The cumulative version of dunks and threes, estimated plus minus, has been one of the very least efficient shooters in the NBA and has a negative net rating swing, meaning Boston's point differential is actually better when he's out of the game.
Now, we have the inverse opinion because I don't think he's an MVP, but he's not overrated. And this is what, and this is why I disagree, because I think that they're attacking the fact that like he's in MVP considerations, and I would agree that he's not an MVP caliber player. But
No,
when it comes to like, oh, is he overrated? No, he's not overrated.
absolutely.
He's exactly what he should be. He's a star on one of the most historically relevant, historically prestigious franchises in the NBA, if not the most in the NBA. All
I'll
right.
keep talking
So
to you. I'll be right back.
all right. So of course he's gonna get hyped up and shit like that. But let me tell you something. He's a two wing on an elite team. His scoring is good. He's one of the best defenders. Yes. Is he a bad efficient shooter? Yeah, I've known that for years. And this is why I never really hyped him up to be like that. But to say he's overrated is just a stretch. I don't see that. Jaylen Brown is not overrated. All right, you heard it here first. Yeah, what's good, Taj? Jaylen Brown's not overrated. He's not an MVP. I'm gonna make that 100% clear. But you can be not overrated and also not be an MVP at the same time. That exists. So it's just the Jaylen Brown hate is so forced. All right. It's so forced. He even though I do agree he has flaws in his game, which is why I don't have him as an MVP. At the same time, the guy, has the second best record in the East, has carried his team or helped carry his team over teams that are hyped up like the Knicks. I think that Jaylen Brown is where he should be. A very respected, a very strong player, not an MVP, but not overrated at all. So that's my take on Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? I know the chat agrees, right, you guys? Jaylen Brown isn't overrated. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? This is a ridiculous assertion, which is why people don't take Bleacher Report seriously. Bleacher Report is full of clowns that are trying to get clicks. All right. Putting Jaylen Brown on any overrated list is blasphemous, which is why they put him last. Notice how they put him last. They didn't have the balls to even put him number one or like a top 5. They had to put him number 10 because they knew it was fucking bullshit.
You talking about Brown?
Yeah, they put him number 10 because they were like, we can't really call him like super overrated.
Hold on.
Him in there.
He is overrated. Like but I'm not saying he's the most overrated. I'm just saying the way how people been talking about him, I just don't think he's that. I just don't.
I mean, but it's like,
just because you're overrated doesn't mean you're a bad player. Just saying.
No. Yeah, I mean, overrated doesn't mean you're a bad player. I just think that he's correctly rated in terms of like, maybe I have a more realistic view of what the general public has. Maybe I'm not in NBA circles or fans, so maybe like fans are saying like, oh, he's one of the best players. I don't know where they're, but I think he's a really good two-way player. He's obviously not like some kind of good shooter. He's a good scorer. He's a decent scorer, and he held down the fort and played the system the way he should have. That's how I see him, and I think that's properly rated. But maybe some people think he's like a top 3 player in the NBA or some shit. If that's like the consensus, then I'd agree. But I don't think I've heard that some people think he's like the best or like a top 5 player in the NBA. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people have said that, but I just don't. I never heard anybody say that.
I mean, he is an MVP conversation, which I agree with. But I mean, this is a kind of a thing of like all the stars have been down. Cade went down, Luka went down, Wemby went down, fucking Joker went down, SGA went down. So that's why he's kind of in there. Fucking Halliburton was gone. Tatum was gone for a good amount of the year. So it's like he's kind of like, the default. It's like, okay, who else is around? But at the same time, I mean, I do think he's overrated. He will be exposed by the Knicks being bong. He was so scared he didn't want to play the last game against the Knicks.
When Brown beats the Knicks, I'm gonna need you to say, Brown is not overrated. He's properly rated.
Well, I don't have to worry about that because that's not happening unless it's in fucking 2K and simulation. But other than that, CEO, we move on to number 9. Kyle Kuzma, CEO, is rated number 9. The obvious counter here is that most people are probably out on Kuzma already. It's hard to be overrated when you're generally rated as bad.
Okay.
That's fucking hilarious. And there are actually some good indicators on this Kuzma campaign, like an above average effective field goal percentage, but he still provides too little value outside of scoring column. His rebound, steal, and block rates are low. His assists are too high for a player with underwhelming assist rates. CEO, your thoughts?
I'm gonna keep it. I'm just keep it honest. This is just a bad take, and
I agree.
the reason I say this is that who in the fucking planet, on this planet, at least on this timeline, even remembers that Kyle Kuzma exists. All right,
I was with the Bucks.
like motherfucker. The word overrated means that you're being like, no one has overrated Kyle Kuzma. People barely know he exists. Like, this is just a bad take. Like, okay, if you say that Kuzma's like, oh, he's not a good player or whatever, all right, that's fine. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't think he's like this great player either. But to sit here and say, yeah, he's definitely on the top 10 most overrated players list in the NBA, I'm like, motherfucker, he's not relevant. How is he on the list?
I agree. Like, to be overrated, that means like you're actually good. Like, you're good and people are just overvaluing you. And, like, you have to be good to be overrated. At least be good to be overrated. I don't think anybody considers Kyle Kuzma good.
No, I mean, the dude's a role player, and like the last time Kyle Kuzma has ever been considered relevant was when he was wearing a fucking Lakers jersey. Like, and that was a long time ago when there was the whole Genie Bus shit and the whole trying to acquire LeBron shit. This is not that era. And Kyle Kuzma, if you want to say he was overrated back then, that's okay, because he was getting a lot of attention during that time. But he's an afterthought nowadays. This is list filler. Let's just call it that.
Yeah, I agree. Even though I don't think you, because I'll give you a name right now that should be on this fucking list. CEO, you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Jalen Williams should be on this fucking list. Guy's vastly overrated. Good player, but people overhype that bum too much.
You hear that, little Nate? He's attacking another one of your players, bro.
Jalen, like, bro, the way how they glaze fucking that asshole is beyond ridiculous.
I mean, he's a good shooter, I guess. You know, he's kind of like he's like another Devin Booker.
I rest my case.
Like, he's like a great shooter, great scorer, but like that's about it.
Speaking of that, number 8, Ja Morant, CEO. Another one who's lost plenty of support already. Ja's 2025-2026 was worse than you realize. He's still seen by many as a star, despite a ridiculous lack of availability. 79 games over the last 3 years. Hilariously bad scoring efficiency in a non-near existing jumper. CEO, your thoughts?
See, this would be like Ja Morant has always been overrated.
Okay.
Because he did get a lot of hype, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he was seen as like this incredible player and all this shit, but I think as of like the last 2 years, he's become a running joke. So, does he qualify for overrated? I'm gonna be honest. Have you seen the Ja Morant fan? I haven't. Like,
a lot.
You have?
Last year, so 2025, before I left my other job, me and this one guy, we were arguing about Anthony Edwards versus Ja Morant. And you try to tell me Ja Morant's better than Anthony Edwards. I'm not even joking.
Oh, shit. Wait. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta get my dog water. Hold up.
Go ahead. All right, let's see what you fags are talking about. It's fuck both the Celtics and the Knicks. Bleacher Report is trash. Well, I agree, fuck the Celtics. Bleacher Report is trash, but Master J, who's your team again? I forgot. See, what's up, Evan? What's up? If anybody says Brown isn't really good, they're dumb. Yeah, Brown is good, but at the same time, no. I thought Donnie was a Magic fan. Yeah, he is. What's good, Taj? John Moran fans don't know. No, Lil Nig, trust me, they still exist. They still exist. They might be in hiding, Lil Nig, but trust me, when the Grizzlies come over to the East, or if he gets traded this year to a good team, they'll come out in full force. They're like Damian Lillard fans. They'll come out in full force, Lil Nig. Watch. You feel me? Who else is in here? Yo, what's up, Taj? How you doing, bro? Look, Knicks are playing Atlanta round 1 now because Orlando. Oh wow. I mean, either way, we're gonna beat Orlando. I mean, beat either one of them. Don't matter. Oh, matter of fact, I can turn on the game myself. All right, Lil Nig. Najee, I'm watching the game with you. Lil Nig, is Tatum playing today? What's good, Apex? What's up, Jordan? Yeah, me too, Jordan. Hawks and Knicks first round. Knicks in fucking 5. Maybe even 4. Know what I'm saying? Celtics are resting their starters? Okay. So you're telling me Orlando has their starters out there and the Celtics don't? Are you out of your fucking mind? But I told y'all niggas these niggas is fucking trash. Let the Knicks get there. I mean, Josh, I agree, but there's no Trae Young. You're not beating Najee. Are you fucking retarded? We're not beating Atlanta in 5? Bro, Najee, you're just a fucking retard at this point, bro. I don't even take you seriously, bro. Paolo so fuck. Yo, what's up with the Paolo hate? Why does everybody hate Paolo Banchero now? I really don't watch Orlando. But what's up with the Paolo Banchero hate? I don't know.
Well, Donnie doesn't like him, so it's probably justified.
See, yo, so I guess the Knicks and Hawks are playing instead of the Knicks and Raptors. So that means Raptors and Cavs are going at it, and the Knicks and Hawks are going at it. Who do you got in those series, CEO?
Okay, so Knicks and Hawks. I got the Knicks. Who then you said Raptors and who?
Cavs.
Wow. That's actually a Raptors or Cavs. I could see the Raptors with an upset.
That would be so disappointing. By the way, in the Knicks, and be realistic, CEO.
Yeah.
The Knicks are beating the Hawks in what game? How many games are you out there going to?
5.
You said 5?
5, yeah.
Well, according to Najee, they said the Knicks are going 7 or 6 with the fucking Hawks. Like, get the fuck out of here.
With 7 with the Hawks. I mean, if that's the case, I think that'd be a bad omen. But no, I got them in 5. The Hawks shouldn't be a problem.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but like, yeah, Paulo's not on the list, but I wouldn't. According to, I was too early to call him overrated. I think he only had like one bad year, so we gotta wait now because we were on John Moran, right?
Yeah, we're on John Moran. Go ahead.
All right, so he's overrated. He's always been overrated. So he's been a running joke like the past 2 years. But if people want to say if they want to say he's overrated, I think that's right.
I mean, he's lower on the list, so I mean, it's still justified.
Right.
It's like they're a year too late, but I mean, I guess better late than never. Speaking of coming in number 7, Jonathan Kuminga, CEO. Kristaps Porzingis came with his own issues, mostly health related, but it's starting to get harder and harder to call. To call that trade a win for the Atlanta Hawks. Jonathan Kuminga desperately wanted a new situation, but he's been averaging fewer minutes there than he did as a Golden State Warrior, and his rebound and assist rates are too low are still too low to garner any of my star level contention. Kaminga is after. CEO, your thoughts?
Jonathan Kaminga was always seen as like a future star, right?
Okay.
So obviously he never lived up to that. Um, he's just raw, athletic. That's about it. But like people expected him already to be a star now.
Mm-hmm.
But right now he's just a developing rotational piece, and like it's not like again, is he relevant enough? That's more of the conversation, right? Now, if you want to talk about like did he live up to his expectations? No. So in that in that in that way, he's overrated in that way because people had him like, okay, he's like the next future star, right? Like he's going to be one of those next future crop of Golden State Warriors that are going to come up after the Clay and Draymond era, and that
So
didn't work out at all. He's not bad at all. He's still raw and he's still a rotational piece. So in that instance, I'll say yes, he's overrated.
especially this year, CEO, with the whole Jonathan Kaminga trade. Oh, why is Steve Kerr not playing him? Trade him, trade him. Like they're
Oh,
talking about the guy like he's fucking a Giannis. Like,
yeah,
I mean, come on, bro. Like, get him the like. I mean, I'm not mad he's on the list.
right.
I mean, the whole Kyle Kuzma trade. That was probably the biggest story during the whole trade with Dylan, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Other than Giannis. At number 6, Draymond Green. There's a segment of basketball viewing public up to and possibly including Draymond Green, who still see Draymond Green as a playmaker, offensive wrecking forward he was a few years ago. But the evidence suggests otherwise. With woeful efficiency in sinking defensive numbers, Green's minus 1.3 box plus minus is very well shy of the minus 1.5 he posted over the 4 previous years. CEO, your thoughts?
All right, because I personally hate Draymond Green, so like I don't I just don't like the guy. He's vulgar, disgusting. Uh, has one of the biggest foreheads I've seen. Like I mean, the dude's just not a guy I personally would want on my team or I personally want anything to do with. Now, with that said, like, is he overrated in like on what basis? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think. I think that this is pretty wrong in terms of yeah, okay, he's declining, washed, offensive liability. Like, he's kind of always been that way. And what I mean by that is like his job has always been to be a defensive communicator. Basically, like he's never been a playmaker. I mean, he's never been an offensive playmaker like that. Like in terms of scoring the ball, like the guys basically he's always been a team communicator, role guy, glue guy. That's so to call him like overrated on what basis? Like I don't. First of all, I don't think anyone takes Draymond Green and thinks, okay, yeah, that dude's a top 10 player in the NBA. Like I don't think anyone has ever,
Or even top 25.
or even top 25. Like yeah, everyone knows what he is. Like he's still that. So to call him overrated, I think is the wrong take.
Why is he on this list? Why?
It
Like,
just doesn't make sense.
if you want to say trash players, okay, fine. Or wash players, I can get with that. But like what he's saying here, CEO, is not wrong. Like his, response to it, he's not wrong. But does he really deserve to be on this list?
I don't think so because I don't think that's the right category for him.
Yeah. So at number 5, Sabonis, CEO. Sacramento Kings are a disaster. And an injury eventually ended Sabonis' campaign early, but Sabonis was a big part why the team got off to an awful start it did. After leading the league in rebounds in each of the previous 3 seasons, and making all NBA in two of those campaigns, Sabonis' numbers plummeted across the board in 2025 to 2026. And perhaps most importantly, his struggle as both a perimeter defender and rim protector caught up to him in a big way. For the year, The already bad Kings defense surrender 5 more points per 100 possessions when Sabonis is on the floor. CEO, your thoughts?
I think it's fair to call Sabonis overrated.
Okay.
Um, Sabonis was always supposed to be marketed as a all NBA big, kind of like borderline elite big, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, I mean, he's an elite passer. You know, he's a good offensive player, but you know, he has severe defensive limitations. He has poor rim protection, struggles in space, and he's. It's hard to build a top tier like defense around the kind of player that he is. Like, yeah, his numbers sometimes scream, "Oh, the guy's a star," but when you look at everything, like his impact is not good. Like the impact that he has on the team is not good. He's, you know what? He reminds me a lot of of like a Kevin Love, right? And what I mean by that is like a player that you're like, okay, theoretically on paper, this guy's like a very strong, like when Love was on the Wolves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, this guy's offensively good. Like on paper, this guy's supposed to, like, if you got him, this would be very big addition for your team. But like him as a player himself is just not impactful, like enough for his team to ever do anything. Like he's supposed to be. He's marketed as more impressive than he really is, just like Kevin Love was. Like I think that this is like he's in that category where it's kind of like, and by the way, he's kind of like Kevin Love, but an inferior version of that, which is worse. So, like, yeah, he's overrated in my opinion.
Not mad he's on the list, but I'm not. Does he deserve to be on this list? Yes, but I mean, you put in Kyle Kuzma and fucking Draymond in here. Now you have to put this asshole in the top 5. Like, nah. I mean, I'm not mad he's on the list. I always thought Sabonis was a fucking overrated bum. So, you know, it is what it is. Dylan Brooks at number 4, CEO.
All right, hold up. Give me a minute.
All right, while you go, talk to the chat for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys? You guys talking about WWE? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, WWE's fucking trash. It's garbage. I gave up on WWE. YTC as my witness, Josh as my witness, because they're in the Discord. I literally said WWE will never get another dime from me. I will never watch this product. I'm never gonna watch this product. The only thing, listen, do you know how bad? You want to know how bad YTC, Josh, Master J? You want to know? Oh, CEO's
all right, yeah, all right. So we were on Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, before I went on a rant. But Dylan Brooks rated at number 4. Dylan Brooks has gotten a lot of credit for the Phoenix Suns culture reset, but that probably has more to do with the absence of a couple stars and arriving of first-year coach Jordan Alt. Brooks could be a good team leader, a vibe shifter, but the Suns' point differential is a lot better when he's off the floor. He's still one of the least efficient scorers in the league, and he does very little in the other categories to make up for that. Brooks is average at best, a rebounder, and barely averages more assists, 1.8, than turnovers, 1.7. Being a 20-point per game scorer is cool, but when it comes at an expense of the team. CEO, your thoughts on Dylan Brooks being number 4?
Okay, so this is an odd one, right? And okay, the reason I say that is because you could make the case for him being both underrated and overrated.
Okay.
Which is crazy because it truly depends on like perspective, right? Okay. And what I mean by that is like he's underrated in the fact that most people don't really give a fuck about him. So like most people don't like You have like he's overrated. You could say he's like overrated in terms of like Arizona sports, where it's like, okay, he's having um not even like a Linsanity run, right? But it's kind of one of those things where it's kind of like in like Arizona, he might be considered like a very underrated character, right?
Okay.
But he might be considered overrated to other people. It depends on the perspective. With Dylan Brooks, it's like, is he relevant enough for that? Like, I'm not in enough NBA circles to where is he really getting that kind of hype? Like, I personally haven't seen it. So
He is. He definitely is.
okay, so if he is getting hype, then yes, he would fall into the overrated category because he's not like people. Okay, because his defense is solid to okay. He's an inefficient and sometimes low IQ basketball player, right? And he takes shots like he's a star, but he's not really. Like it's like a confident bad player. That's what he kind of is. Like, I'm a confident bad player. So, and people who are confident, like you would be surprised. Like when somebody's confident and dumb, people can sometimes perceive that to be like, okay, they're smart. When they're not really smart, they're just confident and dumb. So in this case, he's kind of like a confidently bad player. So it would fit the mold. If he's getting the hype, like I said, I'm not around that many NBA like fan circles, so I wouldn't know. But if he's really getting that kind of hype, then yes, I'd say he's overrated.
I agree 100%. Dylan Brooks, granted, is he having his best year? Yes, but that isn't like people are over here sitting here saying, "Oh, he's doing so good for the Suns. The Suns are so good." I'm like, bro, the Suns are in the play-in. He's not that impactful, dog. Like, can we chill out, bro? Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, people acting like Dylan Brooks is out there putting up Kobe numbers, and it's like, okay, yeah, he's having his best season. He's averaging 20 points a game, whatever. He's setting a culture, fighting with the other team and shit like that. Okay, cool. Like, come on, bro. Dylan Brooks. I mean, even TRL is buying into the hype a little bit, so you know it is what it is. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one, CEO.
He is on the list.
Paolo Banchero. The Masters are starting to pay a little bit closer attention to Paolo Banchero's lackluster performance, but he's still generally seen as a star despite having a profile of a low positive impact shot chucker. For four straight seasons, the Orlando Magic are worse when Paolo is on the floor. For the fourth straight season, Paolo is below average in both efficiency, field goal percentage, and true shooting percentage. For the fourth straight season, he's averaging over 3 turnovers per 75 possessions, CEO. And in case you're unaware, Paolo has only been in the NBA for only 4 seasons. He's still 6'10 and has shown flashes of intriguing playmaking and interior scoring talent, but the flaws are vastly overweighing the potential, even if a lot of fans can't see that. CEO, your thoughts?
All right, so I think this is a bad take.
Really?
Bad take. And this is the reason I say yes, because people's like, oh, Banchero's trash. Oh, ship him. Like, I know, listen, people were literally sucking this nigga's dick a year ago. All right. So the guy, I love how the article says only like it's only been like 4 years. Yeah, that's kind of the point, right? Like, you're on a garbage franchise. You're the focal point of that garbage franchise. You're a power forward, right? We have very few good power forwards in the game currently. So you're a power forward, and like it's too early in my opinion. Like it could be like one of those things where it's way too early in my opinion to say okay he's like super overrated. Like people were literally sucking this nigga's dick like last year. So you have to watch at least like at least a couple of years of collapse before you go straight into like okay the dude's completely overrated, yada yada, when you were like singing his praises literally last year. Okay. So maybe this could be true in like a year or two, right? But again, when you're talking about a player who's on one of the most pathetic franchises in the NBA. Taken to position that he's a power forward, right? Uh, because let's be honest, like the growth curve for elite power forwards is very steep. And that's the reason we don't have a lot of good power forwards in the league. Like after Giannis, it falls off a fucking cliff.
Yeah, Paulo might be the second.
Like, yeah, Paulo might. That's what I'm saying. After Giannis, that shit falls off a fucking cliff. Like the type of steep learning curve and to be a very good prominent power forward in this league is horrifically steep. Like I think a lot of people are expecting Paulo to be more in line of like kind of like a point guard playing power forward, kind of like think of it like similar to like a prime Ben Simmons, right? Where he was like 6'10, 6'11, and he was he was kind of like a point guard masquerading as a power forward, or a better example, like a LeBron James, right? Where the dude's like 6'10 as a forward, but masquerading as like as a point guard or whatever, or vice versa. That's what I'm referring to. And like it's been 4 years. You have to understand the coaching situation on that team. You have to understand the type of franchise that he's playing for and the position that he's playing for, and then you got to give it a little bit more time before you say, okay, this guy's definitely overrated. Because yeah, like you said, you have Giannis, and who's next? Probably this guy. Like that's how bad.
I mean, I was going to count Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum's not really like a power forward, but
I mean, he's listed as one. But I mean, that's how bad it is.
Yeah, that's how bad it is. That's what I'm saying. So you can't really say, okay, this guy, and I'm not going to say, oh, this guy's a superstar or this guy. That's not what I'm saying at all. But all I'm saying is it's a little bit too premature. They're not taking account to multiple factors. And so this is why I think it's a bad thing.
Now, CEO, will this change your mind?
All right, go ahead.
Throughout the offseason, we heard that the Orlando Magic are going to take the next step. They traded for Desmond Bane, and they're the seventh seed, and they're currently losing to Boston without their starters. CEO, there's no Tatum, there's no Brown, no Derek White. They're losing currently by 4 points. They are making a comeback, but there's 1:37 left. Would that change your opinion at all? Like you can't even maybe sneak into a 6th seed. You were supposed to be ranked a top 4. You're trying to fight for a play-in /6 seed. We traded for Desmond Bane, who's one of the best shooters in the league, and you still can't get it done. And he is right about him having averaging 3 turnovers, being a shot jacker. So, just saying to you, in that perspective,
I don't think highly of Desmond Bane. Okay, as like a good secondary option, right? Like when you look at secondary options around the league, like Tatum has Brown. You look at I think Luka has Reeves or whatever, right? Or LeBron, depending on who the fuck you want to put there, right?
Yeah.
You look at other tandems around the league, right? And then you're like, okay, if Paulo was truly this like star player, is Desmond Bane the kind of second, the number 2 you really want? Considering
what about Wagner? You could make Wagner's. I mean,
you could make an argument that Wagner is more of a number 2, right? Than Desmond Bane is, and I'm not saying that Paulo isn't underachieving now because he is, but in my opinion, just given the context I laid out, I don't think that. I think that he's right, kind of where he should be, right? So I wouldn't label him as overrated, maybe because I haven't overrated him personally, right? Like I haven't said like this isn't like a John Moran situation where you were expecting more, but then you know what? This isn't like a Zion situation, right? Okay. Where you were expecting the world and then you got like a fucking lazy bum, right? Like this is not that situation. This is more of like Paulo is a good, decent, like when he came into the league, he wasn't hyped up to be like a Zion, right? Like he wasn't hyped up to be this magnificent Giannis. No, he was like, this is a very good player. We can build around this guy. And I think that you're still within that window where you can move forward with that plan. So I think that this is a bad take and that people are expecting a little bit too much too early, especially given the position he plays.
I haven't personally, now granted, I haven't really watched that many Magic games. Someone could correct me in the chat. Brandon, who follows the NBA, Brandon's really out on Paolo Banchero. He called it out, I believe. I think Brandon's in the chat right now. Brandon, I think you were out on Banchero maybe last year, CEO. That's how, far ahead of the curve our expert was out on Banchero. I could be wrong. It could have been the beginning of this year, but I remember Brandon was out on Banchero. I was shocked. I'm like, really? I'm like, what's going on? I mean,
Well, I was shitting on Banchero for like the past 2 years, but to be fair, it wasn't like I was shitting on him because more of like, oh, your team ain't shit kind of like deal. But it wasn't like oh, I don't think that he could be a good player. Like I'm assuming Brandon's like out on him as being any type of capable player. Like he's just a role piece. Is that what his like argument is? Like
he's not. Now, I gave him a chance to start the season, and at this point, bro is a bigger RJ Barrett. Wow.
Okay, so basically a role player.
Yeah, I mean, can you see Banchero being a superstar, CEO? Yes or no? Even like a star, like who's a good star, CEO? Like someone who's a good star, but they're just not. We know what they like. DeRozan, Paul George. Okay, wait, time out, CEO. Well, Orlando just tied up with Boston, 108, 37 seconds left. They win the 7th seed if they win this game? So they're fighting for play-in tournaments? Yeah, this guy's over. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm thinking they're fighting for the 6th seed. Come on, CEO.
I mean...
Okay, good. That's YTC. Shout out to YTC. Tyrese Maxey, can you see Paolo Banchero having the impact Maxey's having?
Listen, when Banchero was, I think so a little bit, but you have to hear me out on this, right? Banchero, I've always deemed him to be a slightly higher upside Julius Randle. Now, what that means is that take that assessment and decide on what that means, right, RJ? But when he came out, his comps were Julius Randle. His comps were like a funkier version of like Blake Griffin, right?
Okay. So,
given the fact that was the base standard, are people projecting onto him things that were never there to begin with, right? And like, what do you think a slightly better version of Julius Randle is? Is that a star?
You actually brought up a good point. This guy is kind of a slightly better version of Julius Randle. Paolo Banchero's rookie year was so good that I thought he would be like, a good star in the league. But I just don't. I might have to watch some more Orlando. I'm gonna watch I'm definitely gonna watch the playing with Orlando because I have to see what everybody else is seeing because I'm so confused.
Yeah, I'm confused, RJ, that people are calling him overrated when the baseline, right, for this guy was a slightly like more like polished Julius Randle. So how do we go from that to overrated, right? Like, I'm sorry, but
we'll see. He did have all right. Celtics took the lead with 111, 108. Who's this white guy, CEO? Number 52, Giza.
Wait, number who?
Number 52 for the Celtics. Giza, whatever his name. Bro, you guys have a bunch of white boys that can shoot. Like, fuck.
You mean you're talking about Garza, bro?
Yeah, Garza.
Yeah, Luka Garza, yeah. I mean, he's like a backup. So,
well, I mean, you guys have the backups in because you guys already clinched the 2nd seed, so.
Yeah, we do have a lot of it.
He just shot the game. He might have just shot the game when he shot on fucking Banchero, yep.
Yeah, but I mean, but this is what I'm talking about. This is why I say the Celtics are a system. But what with Paulo is like, yeah, is this a situation? Because we knew what Paulo was coming in, and I said like a baseline, a polished Julius Randle. And I think that after year 1, then people like recreated what they thought he would be, right?
Okay.
So instead of like what the correct like projection was, like, okay, slightly better version of Julius Randle. Now after the rookie year went from, okay, we're gonna scrap that. This guy is gonna be like a fucking better. yeah, this guy's going to be Carmelo Anthony with better defense, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, where did y'all come? Like, how did we get from that to that? So, in that aspect, yeah, but I don't think he's ever been overrated. I think that people falsely put their projection, like people like Donnie, Magic Simp, were like, yeah, Bankero. And now when Bankero is exactly what we thought he was going to be, it's like, oh, fuck this nigga, he's ass. So, no.
Brandon brings up a good point. If Bakella somehow makes his way to Philly, that would be scary. That definitely would be scary. If he was the second option behind Maxey, he'd be very good, but he's not a one.
Well, I wouldn't be scared because maybe you guys would be, but I'm a Celtics fan, so I'm good.
I don't know, man. But I don't care why I put belt to ass on fucking Tatum. Norman Powell, CEO at number 2. Like Brown, Norman Powell is having an objectively good season. He's averaging 21.9, so 22 points, and shooting 38% from the three. For a 90s shooting guard, those would be great numbers. But it's 2026. And all-stars typically bring more well-rounded production to the table. Powell has made his first appearance in that mid-game expedition in February, but he's doing little to impact the game as a rebounder, 3.6, and a playmaker, 2.5 assists. And as a shooting first guard who leads the team in points, you have to at least expect a positive impact on the attack. Powell isn't providing that. Somehow the Heat score slightly few points per possessions when he plays. CEO, your thoughts?
Does anybody view him as a star currently?
I mean, he was an all-star.
I mean, because to me, this is more of like a role player that has been overachieving than anything. Like, if people view if he's only overrated if people see him as a star, because if not, he's just a role player that's overperforming.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's too irrelevant to be overrated. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a role player that's overachieving. So, does anyone seriously think that Norman Powell is a star?
Yeah, nah. I disagree with that one. You got one wrong, bro. And you have him at number 2,
bro. Like, he's 32 years old. He's a role player his whole career, right? And he's overperforming as a role player. How is that overrated? Like, I don't think anyone has ever considered Norman Powell anything but like, he's had a good year as a role player. He's overperforming as a role player, but he's not like who's considering him like a star or a foundational piece. Come on.
Yeah, you kind of reached with that one, bro. I got to admit that. And at number 1, Brandon Ingram, Grolilla's favorite basketball player. This is a what does this say, bro? Dubbish. What the fuck does that say?
Dubious.
This is a dubious honor that BI is under no I know this word. I just can't pronounce it. Obligation to worry about. But his all-star nod and the general perception of 20 points per game scores contribute to him being this season's most overrated player. Impact metrics suggest Ingram's played nowhere near all-star level this season. He was well below average. The league's average for both efficiency, field goal performance, and true shooting percentage. And the Toronto Raptors were way better when he was off the floor. The team is likely to head to the playoffs, and Ingram being its leading scorer is not nothing. But Toronto's success has came more with to do with Scotty Barnes, Emmanuel Quickley, and Sandro, that's what I'm gonna call him, than Ingram's reputation suggests. Now, CEO, number 1, BI, your thoughts?
I think this is a fair take.
Okay.
Because Brandon Ingram, I think throughout his whole career has been kind of overrated. And what I mean by that is like, he's decent. He has a decent mid range, but his pacing is weird. He doesn't elevate teammates.
Celtics beat Orlando 113 to 108. Just letting you know.
All right. as expected, just like we'll do with the Knicks. But as I was saying, his pacing has always been awkward. He doesn't elevate teammates. Uh, he looks like a lot of people always thought about him like as a borderline. Oh, this guy Brandon Ingram could be a superstar. But he just doesn't have superstar impact or star. Like he's just he's like a very good. He's like a good number three on a very good team. Like that's what he is. He's a good player who looks better than he is, if that makes sense. Like he's a good, like when you look at him, it's like, okay, he's a good player, but he has almost zero impact on winning. And he's always been seen as like, oh, Brandon Ingram, always been in conversations when he was when he was in the Lakers, when he was traded, people were like, oh my god, look at what he's doing over there with the Pelicans.
Okay,
And
yeah.
it's just it's never translated to winning on any stage. Like people have always given him his credit. I always given him credit. Always said he's good. He's this and that. And I'm not saying he's a bad player because he isn't. But he's just not what people think he is. He's just a very good number three on a very stacked team. Like he'd be a very underwhelming number two, in my opinion. He'd be like a very good number three on a stacked team and a borderline. Not, I don't think he's a role player. I think he's better than a role player, but he is teetering between that line. So I think this is a fair criticism.
Do I think he's the most overrated? No, I don't. But I don't have a problem with him being here. Brandon Ingram was vastly overrated. One of my boys back in high school, when we used to talk basketball, loved this guy, said he was the next Kevin Durant. I never saw that. CO, there's a meme a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
When he was with the Pelicans. He says, BI in a good game and a win, CO, will get you 22 points, 3 assists, 8 rebounds. In a loss, in a bad loss, CO, Brandon Ingram will get you 22 points, 3 assists, and 8 rebounds. I never understood the hype with this guy coming out of college with the Lakers. I never understood why Laker fans were so upset to trade. It was like, it's so crazy, like looking at it in retrospective now. Like people, like Laker fans were debating between Kyle Kuzma and Brandon Ingram, because they're both fucking like irrelevant. But people were like, "Oh, we can't trade BI. We can't trade BI." I'm like, why not? What is the point of keeping him? He's always fucking high. He's just he's not good on defense. He's a ball hog. Listen, if I'm the fucking Raptors, and Awesome Kid, I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but Awesome Kid, I'm literally going up to fucking Montreal or Quebec, wherever the fuck they're located, and I'm literally saying you trade 3 first rounders and BIs for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and you move Scotty Barnes to the fucking 3 and see what happens. BI is not that guy. For real.
No, he's not. He's always been kind of throughout his career, like I said. So it is, I think that's one of the like fair criticisms.
Like I'm not, now granted, do I think he's number 1? No. But nah, I can't get along with that. Now see, who would you put at your number 1, the most overrated player in the NBA?
That's a good question. Like, yeah, at number 1, like, would it be BI? No, because I don't think the number 1 most overrated guy in the NBA. That's wow, that's.
I already got my answer.
Yeah, I don't know. You just said Brown, right?
No, Brown's not. No, he's one of the most overrated, but no.
Okay, give me yours first.
Easily, hands down, Giannis. Not even a question.
Oh, forgot. Yeah, that's it.
Not even a fucking question. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Oh, breaking news, CEO.
All right.
From the Shams, Brandon Shams. I gotta play this. Hold on, time out. Oh. So according to Brandon Shams, Doc Rivers has officially parted ways from the Milwaukee Bucks. So quietly they fired him. So see
Okay.
your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no, okay. Before let's just do before I go into the Doc Rivers thing, Trey Young would be my pick. But
that's a good one. That is a fucking good one. Especially since the Hawks are the fifth seed now. Oh no, they're the sixth seed now. So
correct. So apart from that, now that we got breaking news, Doc Rivers fired in Milwaukee. He should not have been the head coach in the fucking first place. And we've said that when they brought him on. We were like, why the fuck did you bring on Doc Rivers? And by the way, that's another point against Giannis. Why did Giannis greenlight this bullshit? We know what Doc Rivers is. Doc Rivers, if it wasn't for that one championship in 08?
Yep.
With the Celtics, like holy shit, bro. Like you're still living off of like the only person who's maybe more egregious than you is probably Aaron Boone, who hasn't won shit. Like that's the only person who's more egregious. But like Doc Rivers is living goddamn near 20 years later. 20 years later, he's living off of that one ring that the Celtics gave him that had nothing to do with his coaching. It had nothing to do with his coaching. And he's living off that ring. This is like, you know what this is? This is like the whole Ty Lue situation, right?
Okay.
Where it's kind of like you got a ring because of LeBron, and now it's like you're getting jobs left and right, left and right, left and right. Like, holy motherfucking shit. Like, I've never seen, like, Doc Rivers is not good. Stop giving this nigga opportunities. He sucks. Always has been.
All right. Well, Brandon wants to remind me that I said I will take Doc Rivers over Thibs, which, I mean, to my credit, CEO, Thibs hasn't done anything either. So just want to put that out there. But with that being said, this is another demerit on Doc. At the end of the day, Doc, I mean, yeah, this is the merit on Giannis more because you can have
he greenlit it. He greenlit it.
I agree. CEO. Also, I don't know. Did you see Doc Rivers' comments this week?
No. What did he say?
So I think a reporter asked him, or someone asked him, Doc, how do you feel about the Milwaukee Bucks might be letting you go? And not joking, CEO.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers said, quote, the Milwaukee Bucks need to Google me, a.k.a. look up my credentials and my achievements, saying they should not fire him. Your thoughts on that, CEO?
Bro, what achievements? Like, you're living off of a ring that we're literally coming up on like 20 years ago that you've done anything. Like, every single team that you've been
a Lob City CEO.
Like, oh my God, like this dude is a fucking joke. Like he is the John Harbaugh. Like this is the NBA's John Harbaugh. It's like I'm living off the back of like this player, that player, and worse than Harbaugh because this thing has been hopping from team to team, living off the backs of elite players, and people are giving him chance after chance after chance for what? Like the Celtics damn near had a super team in 08, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and like. Oh my God. I don't know why. Maybe he has some compromise. Maybe he works for Tiny Hat Nation, has a list on, he knows everything about the Epstein files.
That's the only way. Come on, man.
Because how do you have these many opportunities?
I mean, bro, nigga, CEO, this nigga just got fired this year. Bro, Mike Malone had to go to he went to fucking North Carolina.
Yeah, he went to college.
Like, bro, he just won a championship just like 3 seasons ago.
Like,
that's crazy, bro.
I mean, it's just like first of all, how many multiple Game 7 losses with elite rosters does this clown need to have? In addition to, for people to say, okay, let's stop. Like, this guy is the king of the choke. He is king. Like, he has. Like, bro, you can win anybody. Put a brain dead monkey as the head coach with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen back in 2008, and the monkey would have won a chip. Like, The dude is like he's a clown. Why is he getting opportunities? That's what he has to have compromat on people. Like he has to have some kind of dirt on Adam Silver or something. Because how is he getting opportunities left and right? And you know what the funny thing is? Somebody's probably going to hire him.
Yeah, that'll be hilarious.
Like someone's going to hire his ass. Like why? This guy's a meme at this point. He's a meme.
He's gonna either get hired by somebody or he's gonna go right back to ESPN commentary. So Hawks versus Knicks, RJ. Yeah, I know. We picked the Knicks in 5. Me and CEO did, but CEO, you know how bad Doc Rivers is. Even Jordan Francis, the nicest guy in our chat, is literally going off on him. Oh, and Jordan Francis knows up front and personal because Doc Rivers. Listen, look now, and CEO. This is a topic. This is a topic that I want to save for Brandon on the pod, and I'm actually going to put in my notes. Because when we talk about overrated coaches, I don't think Doc Rivers is the most overrated coach in NBA history.
Okay.
I don't. I honestly feel like, let me put this in the list. Steve Kerr is the most overrated coach in NBA history. I feel like Steve Kerr is the better version of Doc Rivers. In my personal opinion, means me and Brandon had a fucking 30-minute argument about Steve Kerr. Him defending Steve Kerr, me taking a shit on Steve Kerr. But I mean, you could tell we could probably do that some other time. NBA players are starting off, so Brandon will be coming back soon. So you can really sit down and think and look at Kerr's credentials, look at the context to it. But just going back to Doc Rivers, listen, I've never met somebody. See, I just want to let's just look at some of the players Doc Rivers has had. All right. See, I'm going to make a starting lineup consist of 15 players, right?
Correct.
This guy has a Hall of Fame of superstar, star, Hall of Fame players, CEO.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, James Harden, Joel Embiid, whether we like it or not, Tracy McGrady. He's had, who else? He's CP3. He's had Blake Griffin. He's had Giannis.
Yeah.
He's had Damian Lillard.
Yep.
Who else was he the coach for? I already said T-Mac, right?
No.
I didn't say he had Tracy McGrady with Orlando. That's CEO. You want to know the craziest thing, right?
Yeah.
I named all those players, CEO. All those players. He's had Maxey as well, too, CEO.
Yeah.
I named all those players, CEO, and I didn't even get to your fucking Celtics team yet. Yeah. All that fucking talent, you can't muster up more than one championship? Holy shit.
That's crazy. Like I kind of when you're talking, and you know what the fun thing when you talk about like most overrated players.
No, Brandon. I said we had a 30-minute argument about Steve Kerr. We were on the phone for 2 hours. Steve Kerr was like 30 minutes. That's all I was saying. But go ahead.
Okay, I mean, this is I mean, it makes sense, why Brandon's sucking on Steve Kerr's dick, right? Because he didn't want to acknowledge the greatness of Thompson. So it makes sense why he's
that's gonna be a point in the conversation. Man, listen, that's gonna be a great topic. But
who's a really overrated like historical coach, but he's kind of been lost a little bit is like Mike D'Antoni. Like he was such a fucking overrated clown.
I totally agree. I was never a fan of he's like, it's crazy, right? He's so overrated, but like everybody in the NBA kind of does what they do now, the analytic bullshit. Like I never understood, side note, right? I never understood, damn, that was a good ass shot. Ooh. But I never understood the whole fucking analytic bullshit. Mike D'Antoni's revolutionized the game. He never won shit with the Suns. With Steve Nash and Stoudemire and all them boys. He didn't win shit with Harden and them. It's like, why is this guy so overrated?
Yeah.
Like, made no sense to me whatsoever.
Oh.
Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, Mike D'Antoni. Yeah, I remember because it's like back in the day, especially those, pre-2020. It was like the whole ESPN FS1. It was always like, oh, like you should always admire what Mike D'Antoni's doing over there. Like Mike D'Antoni's this genius or whatever.
Especially from that fucking asshole. Who's the Jew guy? Stephen A had on this. Oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? I know it's why am I forgetting his name? Who's the fucking guy Stephen A was with for all those fucking years? Before they got rid of him.
Before he got rid of him,
Kellerman, Max.
Yeah, Matt Kellerman. Yeah,
he used to dick ride D'Antoni. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah.
So, I agree. Yeah, but listen, at the end of the day, bro, Doc. I mean, Doc, go away, bro. Please. Well, you're not gonna go away, but just, bro, shut up, bro. Please. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We had a lot of topics. I know it's getting close to our ending point, but I definitely want to talk about this at least this last topic, CEO.
All right.
You are officially done with the UFC.
Yes, absolutely. I'm completely done with the UFC. It's a joke of an organization, especially after what happened last night. Okay. And I actually put up a clip. I think I put it in the private chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a clip of the YouTube Shorts. It should be on the YouTube Shorts, so you can pull it up.
All right, let me pull it up right now.
And by the way, we gave y'all a shit ton of basketball coverage today, as y'all enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they better enjoy, because fucking that's all we're gonna be talking about the next couple months.
Like, especially the playoffs. Yeah, like, no, we're not, wasting time on no NFL draft or nothing like that. So
God, I don't even know anything that's going on in the NFL draft. And then after that, CEO, it's World Cup right around. It's gonna be a good summer, CEO.
Yeah, I know some of these crybabies are, oh, we don't want to cover soccer.
I disagree with that. CEO, they're gonna dick ride soccer. They're gonna fucking start dick riding it. No, I'm saying. Let me know if you can hear this.
All right, so this is the all right. So.
And with us in the building tonight, the 45th and now 47th president.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I could hear it.
Of the United States of America, Donald.
Go ahead.
Just notice how like depressed, like how Dana White's face is like. Have you seen how like his face looks like so uncomfortable?
Shoot, why can't I go back? The fuck?
About this whole thing, just keep this up. Keep it up.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, because I was going to make a point.
Yeah,
so
go. You can go. I'm about to put it back up.
What really irritated me about this whole thing was like, given the magnitude with the UFC, is like they have completely said "fuck you" to the audience. And they've completely said "fuck you" to the people, because the people are not happy with this. By the way, like I want people to know this. This isn't like I originally thought. I was like, okay, this whole UFC, is like basically on board with this. They all have Dana's mindset, but that's just not the case, right? If you pull up the clip that I wanted you to pull up, can you pull it up real quick?
The one that you just had.
The one that I just had, yeah. I wanted you to keep it up.
Yeah, I'm just going to my history right now.
So the reason I want to show that, because it's like maybe Dana White's doing this because he knows that his audience loves it, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe his audience likes it. Maybe they are all Trumpist and they're all on board with it, and they love the political theater and they love the White House card and they love the whole. I was like, okay. And then you know what? I was like, UFC fans are okay. So the first thing, where is Netanyahu? Netanyahu's top soldier reporting for work. Good to see Netanyahu give him a night off. Can't believe the UFC is leaving the comments open. Should have played the Israeli anthem for him coming out.
Oh, see, are these your burner accounts?
No, like I don't know how anyone can respect these two anymore at this point. He tried to hold Dana's hand. Everyone else see Trump and Dana hold hands. Netanyahu is the guy dressed basically. Dana White has to sit there and be a good little bald-headed boy and take care of their slave. And you know what the funny is? No one wants this. We don't want the White House card. The comments, no, this is not for the people. And the UFC, my boycott is over. because there's nothing to boycott, RJ. I'm done with politics nowadays. That of course, while JD Vance, the vice president, was off in Pakistan trying to negotiate peace, which is bullshit, with the Iranians, he was off at UFC. Basically, while we're paying higher gas prices at the pump, while groceries are expensive as fuck, while the world is on fucking fire right now, he's off at the UFC getting circle jerked by the brass at UFC. So this is how how it stumbled on my way, because people were criticizing him, rightfully so, that after all that's going on currently, he's still just going to UFC to get his dick sucked. That's how I learned about it.
Well, CEO, before I give my insight, Dana. So Brandon, me and Brandon wanted to tell me his Dana White thing on the phone, but I guess he's gonna say it for the podcast. He said, "Yo, RJ, I might have to say my Dana White / UFC combo that I wanted to talk to you about for the pod." Brandon, it's something about, I don't think he's supporting Dana White, but he's gonna be taking the opposite side, obviously, CEO.
I mean, I'd love to argue the opposite side, because to me it would be so easy, but save it for the pod. That'd be actually a good podcast.
Well, I'm gonna give my thoughts on this about you see done now. I want to be everybody knows my positioning. We can all agree I'm probably the least, I don't want to say biased, but everybody knows my positioning, right?
Yeah.
I don't really have allegiance to groups or people and stuff. Everybody knows that. I'm very critical of everybody. I'm critical of my damn self, to be honest with you. Probably the most critical of myself. But with that being said, Dana did look uncomfortable, like CEO said. That's probably the most uncritical. That's probably the most uncomfortable Dana's look coming out with Trump I've probably ever seen him, because he's came out with Trump a lot of times, even before Trump went for president, and he was always smiling, waving at the people. That wasn't the case this time. Could that be he thought this would help? He thought the boos wouldn't be coming. I think that has a factor to it. I think Dana was shocked by the reception. Man.
I mean, listen, like when and I didn't do, because I was going to show you the side of how the different reactions were between the clips when he first won and was introduced to the crowd. But I was like, you already know what that looks like, right?
Yeah, I remember even before he went for president, when he came, I think it was UFC 300 or UFC 299, he came out with Trump and he was so happy.
Yeah, he was smiling, waving at the crowd. Here it kind of looks like he was worried. It was like a expression of like fear or like worriment, like I feel uncomfortable here at the moment. So obviously it was because of the crowd reception wasn't what they were thinking. But obviously, like, look at the comment section, right? Like, you're not going to get a bunch of fucking leftists going on a UFC page commenting. That's just not going to happen, right?
Yeah, I fully agree. So oh man, I don't know where I stand with this CEO, because I always said I have no problem with Trump going to UFC events. Number one, because he's always done that. Number two, I have no problem. If you're a president and let's be fair, they're not paying customers, but you're just a part of the audience, I have no problem with that, because it's not about you. But the whole White House card is literally about the White House. It's literally called the White House card until they change to the Freedom Card, whatever the fuck it's called. But Dana's not doing themselves any favors here.
No, he's not.
And I just want to sit here and say the UFC won't be around for that much longer. I feel like, all right, you know what, CEO, let's go wisdom-wise. Let's go philosophical here. You ready? Mm-hmm. When you're a rebel, CEO, okay, and you know history, I know history. When you're a rebel, people think being a rebel's easy. People watch the movie CEO and think being a rebel is a good thing, whatever. And it is sometimes. But CEO, when rebels don't last that long, whether it's in life, whether it's in anything, CEO.
Okay.
Rebels don't last that long.
Mhm.
UFC/Dana have always been rebels. Dana got the UFC what, early 2000s, I believe. So he's always been the rebel. He's always been the, oh, we don't do this. We're different than the NFL, the NBA, whatever, whatever. And that's cool. If you want to be a rebel, that's cool, but you have to die a rebel. And one of the things Dana White did was he was not about PR. He fucking hate PR. He's going to do what he wants whenever the fuck he wanted to. And to a certain degree, I agree with that. To a certain degree. He has no PR training. But this is the result of having no PR training. You're going to do shit like this. You're going to do shit like UFC at the White House with no PR training. So Dana White is dying the day. Dana White / UFC, maybe not even UFC. Maybe Dana White will get the fuck up out of there. TKO might rebrand it, which I would have no problem with. But Dana White is dying the way of a rebel.
Okay.
That's my on it.
I get what you're saying, right? Like, okay, he basically, if Dana White, I think a lot of people leaned into the whole, I will not give into the mob mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, back around where when people used to talk about wokeness, right? Which is kind of a little bit corny now. Nobody really talks about that. But back when it used to be a very prominent issue, right? People were like, don't back down to the don't basically cancel culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't back down to cancel culture. Stay your ground. Believe what you want to believe. Don't back down, or what. That would make sense if you truly believe that. So if Dana truly believes, which could be the case, I'm not saying it isn't, but if he truly believes that Donald Trump's presence and everything he represents is good for the brand, or is good for the brand of UFC, or maybe he doesn't care that it's good, but he personally likes him, and that's all that matters. Like, nothing else matters, right? Not what's currently going on in the country right now, not the history with the Epstein files. None of that matters. What only matters is the fact that he loves Donald Trump for whatever reason. Oh, he's his friend. He loves Donald Trump, and nothing Donald Trump has done he will ever dissociate from, right? So if it becomes that, okay, then I agree with you. Just die on your sword, because people are just not gonna like that, right? They're gonna clown on you. They're gonna stop supporting your product. They're not gonna, but you know what? There's something admirable to that, I guess, to a certain degree, where it's kind of like this is the side you chose and you're gonna die on it. Fair enough. But at the same time, I don't even consider it PR training to realize, wait, hold up a minute. Like, this isn't, do I agree with this shit, right? Do I align myself with this shit? Not only just like the mob mentality. It's like, oh shit. Trump just said, I think it was like a couple days ago, that he was going to destroy the civilization of Iran and no one was ever going to come back from it. Basically saying that he was going to genocide 90 million people, right?
I saw that, so that was real?
Yeah, that was real. So he said he was going to basically assassinate 90 million people, women and children, all that shit. So you have to ask yourself, is that what you truly believe, right? Like, are you just doing it because you don't want to be perceived as weak, or like a leftist where it's kind of like, oh no, I don't want to do that anymore, if like you don't want to be perceived like that? Or is that part of your values? Because if it's part of your values, okay, then I say continue with it. But if this is what you want your brand to be represented by, I just think it's a horrible decision. And I wouldn't call it backing down. I would call it more about like a moral, ethical decision personally. Does this, Dana White, does that align with your belief? Because, and by the way, I agree with you. If Donald Trump wants to buy a ticket and he wants to attend the event, even though he's not going to buy it, obviously, but he should, but he wants to attend the event and he happens to be there, okay, well, I guess you could treat him like any other fan or whatever the fuck. Unfortunately, you can't, because he's the president and the whole security detail and all that shit. But, like, let's just say he wanted to attend a whatever event. Okay, fine. I mean, you can't, like, I wouldn't tell you to go out of your way to tell the sitting president of the United States to not attend your game, right? I wouldn't go out of the way of doing that. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you decided you didn't want him there, right? But if you like, I get that you shouldn't like he's still the sitting president of the United States. Okay, fine, he can attend the event, but to make a spectacle out of it, right? Where you're coming out with him, you're making it like this big event for him. Like anytime he comes, it's a big entrance. You got the owner of the UFC coming out with him, basically endorsing him, and on top of that, you're gonna have a big event in his name for his birthday. Like that's just endorsement at this point, right? It's not just like, oh well, he showed up to our event. We're not gonna kick him out. He's the fucking president. Like I may not like him, but we can't just kick him out. But there's a difference between what you said there and between just coming out and basically supporting him and endorsing him, because that's exactly what they're doing, and not reading the room. Is your fan base really happy with this? No, the majority of them are not. I know UFC fans are stupid, but they still don't like the fact that you bombed and killed little girls. All right, they still don't like the fact that you're covering up for the biggest kid trafficking basically scandal ever in U.S. history. They don't like that. All right, so this is a moral, ethical issue, and if this is what you support, this is what Dana's projecting, and I just find that to be abhorrent in every single way.
Well, Sia, you said something interesting. Does this align with Dana's morals and his beliefs? I don't think Dana has any morals or beliefs. I'm not saying I believe majority of these commissioners, these big wigs and stuff have morals or beliefs. I mean, if he had morals and beliefs, these fucking Tom Aspinall wouldn't be getting $2.5 million a year.
Yeah, that is true.
He doesn't have morals and beliefs. He believes that he's the end all be all. And I do think he was awkward because he didn't expect I do believe that was the main thing. He thought there was be a good reception, whatever. And hell, maybe even Trump thought, it would be nice to get a good reception from a bunch of idiots, and that failed. So with that being said, I just think Dana's doing what he wants, which to a certain degree I can respect. Do I agree with it? No. But you know what? It is what it is. Do what the fuck you want. But CEO, like I said, whatever got you famous, whatever you made your bones off, what helps you will also hurt you in the end. Him being the rebel, doing what he wants, not reading the room. Hey, I mean, listen, do what you want, bro, but it's going to be the end of you. It's going to be the end of Dana White, at least. I don't know about because there's a possibility maybe TKO say, hey, Dana, we're going to pay you $5 billion. Go away. We're taking it into our own and we're rebranding it, which will probably be fucking bad. But at the same time, it's Dana's. These are the last days of Dana. Brandon says John Anik will be taking over the promotion. Sorry to tell you that, Brandon, that will not be happening at all. And I will put money on that as well too. But I know you don't bet anymore. But that's not happening at all. TKO is going to put another puppet in there as well too. So
the problem isn't Dana. We all understand where Dana sits, but the problem isn't even at Dana anymore. It's the fact that when you look deeper into everything, like we did like a couple of podcasts ago, right? Okay. The owner of Paramount is Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison's a prominent Zionist billionaire connected to Israel. TOK or whatever the TKO, the parent company of UFC, also has ties to the Israelis. The problem here is that every facet of our government and every facet of our entertainment industry is somehow connected to the state of Israel. And for you to get any actual freedom in your products, in your sports, and none of this propaganda bullshit, you would have to get rid of the Israelis, and that's just a fact. From these prominent positions of power. And not even like from executive positions in private companies. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like from just public office in general. And doing that, you would solve a lot of the problems. But Dana White's only a symptom of what's problem. Because like you said, RJ, if you get rid of Dana White, you're just going to put another puppet who probably still maybe will pretend to be not liking Trump, but at the end of the day still loves Israeli and does their bidding, just like Trump is doing the bidding of Israel in this war, killing innocent people for Israel. They'll support that shit too. They'll support that shit too. So so it won't solve the problem unless the deep sickness is cleansed.
Now, as it goes for you now, Sia, you know I'm boycotting for the rest of the year, and I'm actually doing a pretty good job because I had no idea UFC had a pay per view. I'll probably join you off the fact that yes, I am sick and tired. Even when Dana leaves, I probably still wouldn't watch because I just don't think the UFC is going to last that long. Like just the way how they pay their fighters.
Like the only way I would, like I said, the only way I would ever like watch the UFC again, right? Or whatever iteration of the UFC comes out.
Dana has to be gone.
Dana has to be gone. Absolutely. Dana's got to go. And ideally, the company is sold to a different entity. Like that, because
got it like a couple years ago, so you have to wait. You have to wait.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's the only way. Because RJ, the people who own it are the problem. Yeah, Dana's an issue, but
he's the Nico Harris. He's the Nico Harris. He's Nico Harris.
Yeah, he's Nico Harris, exactly. And forgot that Miriam Adelson, the fucking woman who donated.
CEO's Maryland Ace.
The woman, it's perfect that you brought up Nico Harrison because of the Miriam Adelson owning the Mavericks and her ties to Israel. For those of you who don't know, Miriam Adelson is the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, a prominent Israeli billionaire who runs casinos all over the place. Very stereotypical of her, right? And on top of that, for those of you who don't know, Miriam Adelson's in the Adelson family. Basically, once Israel stole our nuclear secrets, and they now have nukes, but they stole our nuclear secrets from and there was this trader who was a dual Israeli citizen from the U.S. and Israel who stole our nuclear secrets and gave them to the Israelis. Once the U.S. government found out about him, they locked him up for like 30 years. And guess what? Monica Lewinsky. Remember the Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton scandal, right? Monica Lewinsky, basically Satan Yahoo or Benjamin Netanyahu had a compromat, had videos of Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton, and basically he threatened Bill Clinton if he doesn't release the traitor who stole nuclear secrets from the U.S. to give to Israel, if he didn't release him from jail, that he would release the videotapes of Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. And so Bill Clinton released Jonathan Pollard, who was the dual basically spy for Israel who stole our nuclear secrets, and he released him from jail because he didn't want those videotapes of him basically having sexual favors with Monica Lewinsky, who most likely was an Israeli plant. And on top of that, once Jonathan Pollard left the U.S. and he was able to return back to Israel, the jet that flew him back to Israel was owned by the Adelson family. Miriam Adelson took one of the biggest traders in American history and gave him her private jet so she can fly him back to Israel to safety. That's who owns the Dallas Mavericks. Just for those of you who didn't know that.
That's actually crazy. But speaking of that, CEO, I guess we're watching some PFL, CEO. You know what I'm saying?
PFL. What is Francis Ngannou still there?
Well, no, they have JJ Wilson fighting there. I gotta get out my UFC. Not my UFC, my MMA fucking thing somewhere else. So we have to migrate over to PFL, CEO. You know what I'm saying?
PFL.
It can't be that bad. Shit. MVP. Didn't MVP come from PFL?
Yeah, he did.
All right, so there's good talent over there. It's just unfortunately, UFC sucks them up.
Yeah, well, yeah. We got plenty of sports to hold us down. We'll see how we feel about the PFL after the NBA Finals and World Cup.
Thank God that World Cup is this year. Because
it would have been a very brutal summer. It would not only that, it would have been a summer where I would have to question you whether you wanted to return to NFL talk.
I can't do that, bro. I'm so disillusioned with the NFL. The only thing I know about the NFL is Mike Vrabel's cheating on his wife. That's with some other.
Oh yeah, we forgot to cover that story. But
I mean, shit. I mean, to sum it all up, I mean, guys, who really cares? Like
Yeah,
me
that was going
personally,
to be my assessment. That was exactly my assessment.
like who really? Okay, famous guy and a woman broadcaster are fucking each other. Okay, they're married. Oh my, this is not like Whitlock was talking about it. I'm like, bro, why? Who cares? Like, who cares, bro?
No, my like the only like I was like, who cares? Like that's between the spouses and
Yeah.
like that's between them. Like that has nothing to do with like your like nothing to do with the business or the coaching or the reporting or whatever the fuck. My only question when I was Vrabel, I mean, really? Like Diana Rossini, that's who the fuck you picked? Like that was my, if anything, that was what I was like, what the fuck? I
So
was like Diana Rossini, like
Mike Vrabel smashing Diana Rossini. She's an NFL insider. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, who cares? Like, let them be. If their spouses don't fucking care, why should you?
Lil Nick says, wait, so what y'all gonna talk about in the fall if no more football?
Well, I'm figuring that shit out. Give me some time.
Well, if RJ can't figure it out, we're gonna have to return to football. Just saying that.
You know, so CEO can talk about it. I'll just sit here silently.
Unless listen, RJ, at least you know what? At least the NFL never spit in our faces like the UFC. At least never to this level.
Well, we're talking about the NFL spit in our faces. Like, let's not. You know.
Now, not to that level, not to that degree.
The NFL spin our face product wise by saying "eat this shit," which I won't do. The UFC spin our face saying "fuck your morals." So
yeah, well, at least you got to admit, at least the NFL. I'm not saying they're moral because they're not, but at least it didn't never reach that level of depravity.
Well, they're going the other way by having fucking fags at fucking halftime shows. So you know, we're fucked either way. I mean, you're either super liberal or you're super conservative. Like, there's no in between anymore, though. If you weren't watching, why do you think I went? See, do you understand why I went to soccer now, motherfucker? Do you understand? Even if there's politics in there, I don't fucking understand because it's all the way in fucking New Zealand, nigga. So,
no, I mean, no, I agree with you. Like but I think that most Americans are not like down with like it's just this country's so cooked. Like it's just so cooked. Like the American people have zero representatives. Like there's no one that represents like the normal person. Like there's no one.
Dude, you're just mad because the Giants didn't draft it. Bro, I don't care about the Giants anymore. I gave that shit up like fucking 2-3 years ago. Was Trump not at the Super Bowl and did commentary on Thursday Night Football? I have no idea.
Well, I just want to say that, yeah, that is true. Brandon did make a good point about FIFA. FIFA also gave Trump a peace prize. Most of these issues are very performative. Well, I mean, yeah, that was retarded by FIFA, I ain't gonna lie. And
I mean, that's off the field. They're not having a whole White House card for soccer, so I'll say that.
And when it comes to the Super Bowl, I will say that like the NFL doesn't associate itself with Donald Trump. Like, is he allowed to go to the games? Yes. And is he allowed to I don't know, like talk to networks that cover the NFL? Sure. But is he literally like the NFL doesn't like Donald Trump? I hope people know that.
Well, like, at least they don't like him, you know, publicly. I'll say.
Publicly, at least publicly. Like the NFL doesn't publicly like him, and I know that because Donald Trump wanted to own the Buffalo Bills, right?
Yeah, that was way before he became.
Yeah, but they told him to fuck off, right? Yeah. And then they told him to fuck off with the whole Kaepernick situation in his first term, and then they literally picked Bad Bunny, who basically made a whole song, basically rubbing the whole, like basically telling Trump to fuck off in a sense. So. Like at least publicly, they're not on like I wouldn't compare what the UFC is doing basically, which is basically Trump worship. Let's just be honest. It's not the same as what the NFL is doing. And now FIFA, you get points on that one because that was ridiculous. Like a peace prize for Donald Trump, really.
I mean, bro, I mean, granted, do I agree with it? No, but at the same time, like, they're not having a fucking, like, I don't care personally. Like, I just don't care. Like, listen, I have no problem with shit. Like, if you want to do shit off the field, that's your business. He's not gonna get the fucking peace prize during a fucking Portugal and New Zealand game. You feel me? So that's two different things.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I mean, did they give him that priest? I know they didn't give him that prize when he committed the Iran war. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I
but
know. I think it was before ICE and before Iran. So
I'm not sure. I don't remember if it was before Venezuela or after Venezuela. Either way, it was pretty bad. But I will say this: I'm pretty sure FIFA regrets that. One and number two,
and also FIFA's in the USA too. So they featured him before the game for the anthem. Also, over the last year, there was a lot of Trump marketing. All publicly is good through ESPN and the NFL. Hold that thought because I have to find the proof. But we're about to get off, Brandon, so you can bring that shit later. But either way, Brandon, once again, what the UFC is doing is Brandon, if you can't see the difference between UFC and the NFL and FIFA, I mean, that's a you problem, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I think Brandon, I know what Brandon's trying to say. He's trying to say, like, if you, like the typical thing where it's kind of like, you know how we have that argument where it's kind of like everything's basically dominated by the tiny hats. So
yeah,
you really can't escape it. And in the sense, he's correct. Like everything's dominated by that. But at the same time, there are levels to the egregiousness, right? So like I can't, unfortunately, if I want to disassociate with anything to do with Trump, I would just have to leave the country and move to like fucking shit, like to a country like China, right? And like follow Chinese ping pong, right? That's like the only way to disassociate completely. But there are levels to it. We all know there are corrupt asshats, but there is a difference between what the UFC is doing, what the NFL does, and what the FIFA does. And there are levels to it. And by the way, I'm not saying that you should not let the sitting president of the United States to your games. You can't do that. I get it for multiple reasons. It's just not, it's logistically a nightmare. And that's why we agreed you can't prevent him from showing up to the games. Now, whether you make a spectacle out of it is a different thing. And we're going to have that conversation later with Brandon.
And also, just once again, listen, I'll keep it real with the CEO. The White House card really did it for me. And also, once again, I never heard Roger Goodell, whoever the commissioner for FIFA is, I don't want politics in sports. He's a hypocrite. Dana White's a hypocrite. That's the most egregious. You're a hypocrite. Not only that, you're having a whole card at the White House where majority of the audience will be politicians or people that are approved by politicians.
Well, to be fair, my criticism was always like the people that are usually anti-politics into sports because they want to escape are usually the same people that are okay with Donald Trump being featured at events. That's mostly towards the fan base. Now, I don't recall Dana ever saying personally that he doesn't like politics in sports. Maybe he did.
I got a screenshot. I can read it to you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're going to get to that conversation with Brandon soon. And by the way, Brandon, eat Indian food, eat Indian street food or clap Whoopi Goldberg. That's a question for you.
You should know my fucking answer.
You're going to clap Whoopi Goldberg?
Absolutely not. I'm eating that fucking Indian food. Well, I know Indians don't eat meat, right? They don't eat like cows and shit. Like, isn't it sacred over there?
Yeah, they don't eat meat. Yeah, that is true. But
right, so I'll be good.
Yeah, but like they make the food with their feet and shit, bro. So,
well, would you rather clap Whoopi Goldberg and hear her fucking moan?
Oh, bro, I mean, he didn't say that which specific. He said any, so we could pick the cleanest looking one.
Yeah, cleanest looking one, the one with the 5-star review. So, you know, I mean, hey, listen, we'll take our chances. Whoopi Goldberg, we can never erase that from our mind.
Thanks.
And he said eat. We can just take one bite and be like, oh, this is nasty, and throw it away. That's still technically eating.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, good point. Yeah, we're taking the Indian food.
Yeah, Indian food. I didn't even know Indians had bad food. So,
no, I mean their food is not bad. Just you got to know where to get it from. Obviously, not the street.
Okay, that makes so it's like fucking eating something off like New York City street. You feel me? So
yeah, something like that.
Probably even 10 times worse. The CEO, as you take a shit over Dana. I hope Dana White hears the CEO. Do you think Dana White tunes into the Unfiltered Sports podcast?
That ball fuck isn't smart enough to tune into our podcast.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of UFC fans, fucking words, call me just to end this all, I just find it funny. For the last, so from 2020 to 2024, right, CEO?
Yep.
I got called the biggest conservative cuck ever. And for the last 2 years of my life, I've been called a fucking libtard. It's like, people this is how retarded the fucking country is. So I shitted on conservatives the last 2 years, and I shit on Democrats for the last 4 years. And what do I always say? I'm not on neither side. Maybe people are like, okay, well, he shitted on Trump the last 2 years. He shitted on Biden the last 4 years. Maybe he is right. He's not on either side. It's like, no, you have to be part of a fucking group. So
yeah, to be fair, I'm also the same way. I'm not like attached to a single group. Like I'm very values driven, right?
Yeah.
And you can know that because even when I supported somebody, like literally the first month, I was like, okay, this dude's a fucking fraud. Like the first month. So
I mean, if you listened to me 6 months ago, you would have knew that, but hey, listen.
Yeah, and by the way, I was shitting on Biden's presidency nonstop, and you know that.
Facts.
It's to the point where I was misguided in thinking that Trump would be better than Kamala, which he wasn't. Unfortunately,
now, I will say, if you were to ask me who's better, Trump or Kamala, I probably would have said Trump. I mean, I would have been wrong in that, and I said Trump would win. I didn't care who won, but I mean, Kamala wouldn't be this bad. I mean, she's a slave for Israel too, but
because people can't acknowledge this. I dislike Kamala. I dislike because she's fake. She's phony. She's a sellout.
She's a slave to Israel too. Just like so is Biden.
Biden sold out. He also perpetuated the genocide in Gaza, killing a lot of children. So you have to understand something. I shitted on these people relentlessly, and you know that. And I was misguided in thinking that Donald Trump was better, right? I thought he was better, and you know that for a fact that I was one of the people that wanted him to win over Kamala, right? And turns out I was fucking wrong. It turns out that Trump is worse. Like, who would have thought? Like,
now, I do think we would have still went to war because I feel like, if Israeli had a problem with them, they would have been like, hey, Kamala, get to war, and she would have done it. But, that's just my personal opinion.
To be fair, I think that they have a bigger hold on Trump because they have Compromat on him. They have videos of him doing what, right? So I don't think they don't have anything on Kamala like that. So like maybe they have like her sucking some politician's dick or something like that. But
either way, she would have went to war with them. I promise you. If they wanted her to jump, she'll say how high. CEO, you know that, I know that. Let's not.
No, I think she would have definitely been Israel first. She would have but to the levels of Donald Trump, I don't think so. To the levels of Donald Trump, no. But she would have definitely been very Israel friendly. She would have definitely always considered them and all that shit. And we know this. So this is why I thought that Trump would have, because he said no to war, but he's a con man. So should have been more. I should have basically just said, you know what? And by the way, I never voted for Donald Trump. Thank God I didn't make that mistake. One time that my laziness actually worked in favor for me. So
I just don't vote. I remember when people were saying Kamala was president, she would be on her period and start a war. Now look at Trump. We're about to start World War III. So I was right the whole time. Kaiju, you're wrong, but you're right. You were right. No. Kamala was the better horizon, but you're wrong. There would still be a war with Kamala.
Well, I personally think that we wouldn't be in the situation if Kamala was president. Would we still be in a bad state? Yes, because. And by the way, I don't want people to forget that the whole Biden like the Democrats literally try to hide Biden's dementia. Biden was demented. He did not have he was not functioning cognitively. And they pushed on Kamala. The Democratic base did not want Kamala, and they pushed her on to the Democratic base. And that's why she lost, because no one likes Kamala. Now, I would say this, Kaiju, you're right on one thing. I will say this. I'll admit when I'm wrong. You were right in that Kamala would have been better. All right, and I'll say that, but that doesn't mean that I think she would have been a good president. No, but I think she would have been better. How about that?
Listen, time out. Isn't Kamala responsible for like sending people to the electric chair and throwing mad innocent people in jail? So let's not act like she's an angel either.
No, she's not. No,
she's not better than Trump. She's less worse than Trump. Let's
there you go. Yeah, she's less. I mean, when you compare the Biden presidency, we all know Biden's a clown, right? And horrible and all that shit. But in his 4 fucking years of shitty presidency, it has never gotten this bad. All right.
Oh, this just confirmed my point. Both fucking parties suck dick, to be honest with you.
No, they do. They absolutely do. But RJ, they both are bot owned and all that shit, 100%. But this is how it is. And you know what's the funny thing is that the Republicans are worse. And I'll say this why, and I'll tell you why. Because I think this whole system is set up so that Democrats can pretend to be like this peaceful, this not as extreme, because that's the only option you get. And if you don't get that, if you don't sign up for shitty presidencies, you'll just get the devil. Like, that's the whole way. Like, you know how many people are going to sign up to vote for Democrats now because of how bad Donald Trump is doing? Like, they're going to sign in waves, and that's what they want. They're like, okay, we don't have to get better as a party. We don't have to give the people what they want. We're going to be as shitty as ever because either you get us or you get a demon like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of paradox you're stuck in.
So, don't worry, CEO. The independent Stephen A is on the way.
Oh, man, fuck it. Yeah, I'm moving to Spain.
Hey, man, but, that ends the stream. Hashtag CEO for presidency in 2028 and 2032. CEO for presidency 2032 or 36, whichever one. CEO, is there anything you want to say before we head out?
Yeah, no, peasants, just, don't be retarded. That's all I gotta say.
Good luck with that, CEO. But until next Sunday, peace.